Hey, all right. Hey, 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 all right. Hey, all right. Hey, 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 all right.
At Full
Why
Sail, we
is
take
that
a
a
unique
thing?
approach to teaching the art.
No. Here we are. Okay. All right, folks. Getting ready. Waiting for good old. Where are we at here? Why can't I see myself? Why am I saying that? There we go. All right. Nicey nice. Skip those ads. There we are. Okay. Well, we're live. Waiting on Cory Kastle and Mark Kalbacher here. Gonna get going pretty soon. Gonna watch They Live, folks. You ready for They Live? Huh? Huh? I'm ready. Alright. Mark said just pulled off. Give me 2 minutes. I don't know what he pulled off, but we're gonna give him 2 minutes and then we're gonna get going. In the meantime, please go to teespring.com/store/Rassle-Rock. Get your Nick Burke Work Perk t-shirts. Because Nick Burke's awesome. Why wouldn't you get that? Why wouldn't you get yourself a Nick Burke Work Perk t-shirt? I do not know how this is going to go. We have never done a live stream of a movie before. Obviously, we can't play the whole... Well, we'll tell you more when everybody else jumps on. So how are you guys? You guys doing okay? Appreciate y'all watching the Money in the Bank live stream that we just did a couple weeks ago. No one's coming on yet, so it's just me and you guys. I'll just play the music.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to Rassle Rock with Rick Connor.
What the F was that entire freaking promo about?
Mark Kalbacher.
She's like the James Ellsworth of women.
And Cory Kastle.
I look like Paul London and Brian Kendrick mixed.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Rassle Rock. This is completely different. Completely different than anything we've done before. We've never done a live stream of a movie before. We're live on YouTube right now, if you're listening to this or watching this after the fact. I'm sending a text to everybody now, letting them know that we're on. Mark Kalbacher and Cory Kastle will be joining me in just a minute. And then we'll get started here. Let me fix my microphone here. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me okay. That's a little bit better there. Get my mic there. We're live on YouTube right now. Whenever you want to jump on. There we go. This has been great so far. Everything is going swimmingly. Loving all of this. No one's ready for this yet. Oh, Mark's here. Okay. And that. And where is he at? There we go. Hey, buddy.
Didn't see you. I'll get my breakfast.
That's cool, man. We're still waiting on the other boy.
I'll be waiting on him if I was the late one.
Everybody's late. Don't worry about it. I was late getting the stream started. I'm still new to this whole streaming thing, so it's weird.
I'll be waiting on him. I haven't tried to do it to see how it works.
It's difficult,
I gotta see how
especially with the 40-minute Zoom thing, having to sign off and on all the time. That kind of sucks.
Well, Mother's Day worked out. I didn't know Zoom did unlimited on Mother's Day.
Yeah, that was that was a surprise to me as well.
We'll just do. I was gonna say we'll just do what you call it. Did he say we're gonna do a 30-minute preview first? We said, or like just talk about wrestling, and then I guess we'll take a break, start the movie.
Yeah, talk about what's going on, and you got a little haircut there.
Dude, I couldn't take it anymore, man. Throw clippers and shave my head. Couldn't take it anymore.
I almost did that with the beard the other day. I was like, this is getting out of control.
What's that?
I almost did that with the beard the other day. This is getting kind of out of control.
Dude, the whole problem is my hair is like wool. So once it hits a certain length, all it does is scratch. My head itches, my face itches, and I just get tired of that shit. Can't do it, man. All the girls are like, oh, keep a beard. You look good with a beard. Fuck that, man. That shit itches.
Mark's very passionate about his beard. Yo, Cory Kastle, what's going on?
Hi.
How's it going?
Coming to you live from the Wicker Palace.
From the what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I said, I'm coming to you live from the Wicker Palace. Yeah.
Wicker and sand for some go together. I don't know what it is.
Can you repeat that last thing you said, Mark?
Wicker and sand. I don't know what it is.
I thought you were saying make her something. I'm like, make her something. I can make her
something out of wicker.
do things.
Start basket weaving. Makes a good live
Yeah,
stream on YouTube.
Oh, it's Miller time.
Who's drinking right
I'm drinking sweet,
Started
delicious Diet Coke.
breakfast?
So what's going on in
sweet,
wrestling
sweet
this
water.
week, folks? We got a few things going on with Becky Lynch being pregnant. That was a nice little swerve there.
Yeah. All the tears and stuff.
Yeah.
All those tears. Happy tears.
Happy tears for Becky Lynch.
Good to see those.
What's that?
I think it was a combination of both happy and sad tears, considering that there she goes. Then you couldn't. She couldn't wrestle anymore.
Yeah, Mark, we're recording. Oh, maybe not. Damn.
Hey,
So now we're recording. I'll just pull the audio from. I'll just pull the audio off of YouTube later on. Forgot to hit record.
yeah, we should start with that. Was Becky Lynch?
Yeah, why not, man?
That was how Raw started, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they started out Raw with Becky Lynch in the middle of the ring with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and started crying almost immediately. It's very emotional.
How good is it though when WWE actually lets someone talk?
Yeah, it's a big difference.
When they're actually real people on a microphone, it's so much better.
Yeah.
I really liked how like the belt was in the briefcase. I thought that was really interesting and really cool. Like never something like that. We've never seen something like that.
Right. Yeah, it's very.
Now, it was handled.
Good.
It was handled really well. You can tell they didn't tell Asuka either. She was getting the belt full. She's just the best though. She's such a weirdo. Around the ring, I'm the champion. Oh yeah. She's the best.
Yeah.
A lot of people were, like angry that Asuka got the belt. They kept saying other people deserved it, which was blowing my mind.
Hopefully they weren't referring to Nia Jax because she certainly does not.
No.
I remember they said did, but they were like, Asuka doesn't. No, they were trying to say they should have put Morgan.
Really?
Why would she deserve it more than Asuka? Why would anyone deserve it more than Asuka?
I don't know. Dude, the problem is right now I don't have cable, so I have to watch Raw through like Twitch streams while guys talk on there. And they were throwing temper tantrums that Liv Morgan didn't win and Asuka got. But the stream is from Oklahoma, and I'm starting to get the feeling that the dude who runs is slightly racist.
You're kidding. From Oklahoma? It's the whole thing with Asuka. I mean, she's been there for a while now. She's pretty much done everything now. I keep on seeing gifs and memes of Asuka wins WWE, Royal Rumble winner and NXT champion, Raw Women's champion, and all these other different things. So I mean, to say that Asuka doesn't deserve it, like she's proven herself that she's definitely going into the Hall of Fame at some point. At this point, there's no doubt in anybody's mind she's going into the Hall of Fame. So it's ridiculous to think that she doesn't deserve the Money in the Bank and the Raw Women's title.
Her undefeated streak alone,
deserves
to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Was there another woman
ever
that had a streak like that?
Not only that, you look at it, they took everybody from NXT. They took Charlotte, Sasha, Bailey went like a few months later. They took, Becky. That woman carried that division for a year. it was thrown on great matches with a lot of women that weren't the greatest wrestlers.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, in one, I don't even think she even wrestle anymore. Whatever happened to her? Ember Moon? Is she ever going to wrestle again or what?
I don't know. Last I heard, she got an injury, so I guess she's still out, unless she was one of those releases that just kind of got buried along with everybody else.
No, I know she was on like backstage not too long ago. She hosts that every now and then when they were doing it in the studio. Which is you might as well be released because nobody watches that show.
Very true.
They have such a great cast, but the way the show's thrown, like being like a post sports analyst show for pro wrestling just makes no sense at all.
Yeah, because they're trying to make it something it isn't. It's stupid.
Well, not only that, it breaks the fourth wall the entire time. So it's like, is it kayfabe or do you want to talk about like the business side of that? But like Punk will talk about like people, don't deserve the belts, and he'll talk about storylines. He actually brings up, storylines and stuff like when he talk. And then like, it's like, do you want to break the fourth wall, or are you like, do you want to talk wrestling? Like, I don't understand which direction you're going here.
Yeah. It's odd. It's really odd. And I don't think, if anything, backstage should be more along the lines of what primetime wrestling was. Just like building up the characters instead of just being like, this is a storyline that we have going on now. Isn't this cool? Like, no, just build them up. Have your heel and your babyface commentary team sitting there and talk about the wrestlers, talk about the matches, talk about the storylines, the way that they are.
Bring back Tuesday Night Titans, dude.
I didn't go that far.
That's what I think. I think it should just be another Tuesday Night Titans.
It'll never be the same. There's no Gorilla Monsoon's gone.
Yeah.
But Vince McMahon hosted Tuesday Night Titans.
Titans, yeah. Primetime wrestling though, with
Gorilla Monsoon. Now that he's like old and crazy, putting Vince McMahon on there would be hysterical.
It's got to be Vince McMahon. It's got to be Vince McMahon from the '90s pro wrestling or primetime wrestling when he had like the Zubaz suits that he used to wear, like the weird, you know what I'm talking about, like the jogging suits.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that, go and look up some videos on YouTube of that.
I apologize to everybody. My air conditioner's broke, so I couldn't close the windows and cool the house down while. So you're gonna hear dirt bikes through this whole thing.
At least we're not hearing. You change your bumper.
We're just sitting here watching you eat breakfast.
If you weren't doing the movie, you would have been watching me change out the fog lights.
Yeah, man. So Becky Lynch is out. Asuka's in. What else has we got going on in the news today? Did you guys hear about Drew Gulak?
Seth Rollins lost his mind.
Yeah, that was weird. And it was funny, like during that match, I was like, is he acting this way because he just found out he was a dad? And it had nothing to do with that in the storyline. He just found out he's going to be a dad. That would be funny if they like went with somebody on commentary. Maybe he's going crazy, not because he lost to Drew McIntyre, because he found out he's going to be a dad. He doesn't know what's going on. He's not ready.
I thought it was kind of well done how he hurt Ray that bad, and then he goes back to like where the medical is and checks on Ray to see if he's okay. Like basically showing that he's like really like slipping, like he's losing his mind.
Mm-hmm. They're going to change his voices. They're going to change his theme song to voices. I hear voices in my head. They tell me to burn it down. They understand.
I hated that song. I still hate that song.
That Shine the Light one was way better for Orton. Burn the Light or whatever it was called. Hey! Nothing you could say. Yeah. That was a better song.
But I also thought they did a good job with like Aleister Black checking on him and then Buddy trying to stand in between Seth and Crazy and Aleister Black, and Aleister didn't even do a verbal exchange with him. He just punched him right in the face and started beating him up, which is what you would do if some guy just tried to stare.
It was like the part when like Seth like yelled at Buddy Murphy. And he was like, "Just stay back!" And it was like it felt like the part. It felt like the part in Step Brothers when Mr. Doback or Dr. Doback was smacking Will Ferrell. He was smacking his butt, and then John C. Reilly came over and he's like, "Hey," and he's like, "Hey, you're next, Mr. Newman." Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I thought that whole angle was well done. I actually thought Raw for the first time in weeks was a really solid show.
But I heard like the ratings were down lower than they'd been in a long time.
It's not about the quality show. There's no fan interaction, and it's just to sit there through 3 hours of guys wrestling with silence. It's absolute silence.
Like,
and then
what mixed it up was when they put that soundtrack, the music, in at Money in the Bank during the ladder match. They should just do that all the time.
Should just have a guy with like a tuba and a bunch of other instruments. Just make it.
Yeah. They should add in like movie sound effects, like whoosh, whoosh, when they like do the punches.
Dude has a slide. So. No, I thought it has nothing to do with the quality of the show. It's just sitting there through 3 hours of dead silence, and then you have two commentators free sometimes trying to fill dead air for 3 hours. It's hard, man.
Dude,
it's hard to watch.
Joe's doing a pretty good job, though, all things considered. I would have to say I'm impressed with Samoa Joe.
Joe's killing it. Yeah. He's the best they have right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the last time
just sounds so natural. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, the last time he was injured, they had him on commentary, and he was killing it then too.
That was pretty much Raw. I think they were the bookends. Was the whole Seth Rollins, Rey Mysterio, and then Becky Lynch stepping away from wrestling. I thought Shayna Baszler did a good heel up, talking about like, why would you get pregnant when you're in? I thought that was actually a really good promo.
Yeah,
I thought it was a really solid heel promo. Hopefully they do something with Shayna.
What was the go home from Raw? Was it something with Drew?
Yeah, I think it was Drew and Andrade, right?
Yeah, it was good. It was a good match, but
but they did something that wasn't a match. They did some sort of pull apart thing that was like the go home to Raw.
Can't remember.
I can't remember either.
There's been too much wrestling since between though and then.
Watching and then SmackDown. NXT was kind of uneventful. They Dave Priest as the guy jumped Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm.
That'll wind up being cool eventually.
They like Cameron Grimes get like a cheap win on Finn Balor, which works for him. Now he can brag that he beat Balor.
Right.
Even though I don't know. Grimes is good. He's actually a really good wrestler. I just can't get into him at all.
Is he Trevor something? Was it that kid who used to be in TNA?
He was in TNA. I don't know his name in TNA.
He used to be like he was trained by Hurricane, right?
Oh, maybe.
He was trained by the Hardy.
No, same thing.
Yeah.
Hurricane, Hardy Boys, same thing.
Same career.
They all have a North Carolina accent.
Yeah, I'm not too into Grimes either. I think it's a lot to do with his look. Like
is he like a bearded dude who's real hairy?
Yeah.
Is that guy?
Comes out with a top hat and a vest, which I still don't understand that whole look.
It doesn't make much sense.
I think it's like probably like them trying to like capitalize on Marty Scurll's thing.
They already tried that. They already tried that. Guy's been losing in the cruiserweight tournament the whole time. They're Jack Gallagher when he was walking around with the umbrella and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, he made the umbrella an actual character for a while in wrestling, which was fun. But
there should be someone who's called the loser weight.
Yeah, that was actually shocking. He actually won, and Swerve was eliminated from the cruiserweight championship tour, which I actually thought Swerve was going to win it all because people really like that guy.
Yeah,
he's super talented.
He's had some pretty good matches, and I watched some of them.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that at all, but we'll see where it's going with Drake Maverick. I still think Drake's going to lose in the end, and they'll still release what we're supposed to like. I don't get what lesson we're supposed to learn in all that.
There's a big old wind up to then poke you in the eyes.
That's when you need that guy with all the
slide whistle, the sad trombone.
Oh man,
it's got coconuts to make it sound like Drake Maverick's riding off in the sunset.
Coconuts. Just
speaking of tournaments, what about the Sami Zayn getting stripped of the Intercontinental title? And that's being held up on SmackDown.
It's one of those weird things. Is it political, or is it a way to change up wrestling now that Sami's not, he can't wrestle? Like, let's throw a tournament for the belt and make something interesting, which the brackets are actually really cool. And the matchups seem really good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. A lot of people are taking the political side. And, they said they wouldn't punish anybody by taking their spot. It's like, well, maybe Sami goes right into the Intercontinental, fight as soon as this is all over and done with.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's really weird how it's all SmackDown and then AJ Styles.
Yeah, I didn't understand that at all. But I don't
if you're
think
gonna
it's
do,
political.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna do a mix, why wouldn't you do like a couple of Raw guys instead of just AJ or the SmackDown? I'm excited for it, especially if it comes down to Daniel Bryan AJ for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah,
I'll be really excited for that if that happens.
I like how they put feuds together in the tournament too. Like you got Corbin and Elias, then you got Hardy and Sheamus. What do we have? We had Bryan and Gulak, right? That happened on SmackDown.
Dude, between that and Matt Riddle and that Thatcher, I don't really know much about him. The former ROH champion.
Yeah. Was he the dude who's teaming with Thorne?
He was the guy that
on
with Riddle, right?
Yeah, he was teaming with Riddle.
Yeah.
And
who was the dude that was teaming with Thorne this week on Raw? Did it?
Hot Boys. It's like Baltimore, but it's all. Dude, this goes straight till 5 a.m.
Biker boys.
Down Broad Street all day.
Screw that.
It's better than gunshots like last night in police cars.
Well, better, yes. Good, no.
But we got so we got an Intercontinental title tournament going on. The NXT tag titles changed hands. We got Imperium with those titles now. That's pretty cool.
They needed some kind of who's that UK belt? Does Walter have it again?
The UK, I think Walter has it, yeah.
I don't know because I don't watch the UK brand at all. It's just too much wrestling.
Yeah. Is that still going on in the UK? Is
too
that
much
still
wrestling
on live every week?
What's that?
Is the UK show still on every week?
I don't know. I think so.
I know. Honestly, I never watched it, not because it was bad or anything. It was just too much.
Now, here's my question: Is AEW piping in more sound, or is that really? It sounded like there was more people in the crowd than what they had around the ring.
Oh, maybe it's just really good sound mix.
You know what I'm waiting for?
What's up,
Rick? Remember when we did that show in like North Jersey, and it was like no one was in the crowd? There was maybe 5 people in the audience, and then the sound guy kept like piping in dumb shock jock sound clips.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Oh my God, that was awful. I never left the show immediately after my match in such a huff than I did during that show. I was at Ricky Rotten.
Dude, I had to like talk you off a ledge.
I was pissed. I was pissed off. And if I didn't give you a ride to the show, I just would have gotten in my car and left and went straight home.
The thing was, if punches, those Vader punches that you throw.
Yeah. forearms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lay him in.
Yeah.
Well, I always laid it in harder with you anyway because I knew you could take it.
Right. Brain surgery and all.
Oh, that show sucked. But
You could break anything that's already broken.
Yeah.
So why not? You know.
Oh man, yeah, man.
But I finally watched a little bit of AEW. Like I do agree with Matt. I think it's a slightly better product, even though the Matt Riddle Thatcher match, if you're into like chain wrestling and submission style, that was insane. And same with Daniel Bryan, Drew Gulak, how they do Daniel Bryan with those dragon screws was just nuts.
That was really good.
But I think AEW is definitely the better product at the moment with the dead crowd. But I think Jericho went over the top, beating Vanguard 1 with a baseball bat. That was one of the dumbest things I watched, and I don't know how long.
Yeah, I got no comeback for that.
Jericho can make it entertaining. Only Jericho can make that.
Yeah. It was entertaining to watch, but it was still like, come on now. What was it, Lou the baseball bag or something like that?
It'd be funny if he told Vanguard 1 that if he told Vanguard 1 that he just made the list and he started living a pen. Right.
Is he allowed
Vanguard 1.
Does he own that, or is like would WWE sue him if he actually did the list?
I don't know. He came out.
I know Jericho doesn't go back to old gimmicks, but like just to do it once to get a pop, like.
Well, they were getting no pop in front of nobody.
Because he went through his first match there, didn't he? Go through all his entrances that he came up with, like the list and everything else, and then he had the sparkly jacket thing and everything else. So I don't know.
I mean, that jacket was.
Yeah.
The light up jacket.
Yeah.
I have a picture on Instagram if you saw it, like from like 3 years ago. Some kid was wearing it. He was wearing like a replica of that jacket, and he walked in the institute with it. And I asked him if I could wear it. And I was bartending in the jacket.
Nice.
Oh boy.
I heard those are all like really fragile. Like it wouldn't take a lot just to like unplug it or whatever.
Real thin, cheap wiring. So you move in the jacket, the wiring bends over and over again, and then just breaks. And then it is you know how to solder. You would have to rewire all the lights back to the battery. That's all it is. But I missed from soldering so much stuff to my car lately. Besides that, there's a rumor that WWE canceled some massive storyline.
Really? What storyline is this?
They didn't need a crowd interaction, so they canceled the storyline.
Oh, geez.
Because they said it would just be a massive dud with like what's going on.
Yeah.
So it looks like they were going to do another. I said it was a level of like the WCW invasion. So I guess they were going to do a whole NXT invasion again, or some kind of story.
Like, yeah, I could see them canceling that because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like they just pipe in NXT people and take them right out and put them right in. It doesn't even matter. It's like
Akira Tozawa wins like every week on NXT and it goes to Raw and gets pummeled in seconds every week.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's so sad.
And now they're kind of bringing back the wild card rule type of thing, where it's like an invitational. You can invite somebody from SmackDown to Raw or vice versa.
Yeah, did you hear the rules?
No.
4 people from each brand can do it once a year. What? Like it makes none of it ever makes sense.
No.
It's like they just continue to try to make things like they don't need to be. Like wrestling is wrestling. It doesn't need to be something it isn't. You know?
I just don't understand. Like if you're going to have separate shows, like separate rosters, keep them separate. Because it doesn't make sense to bring over. Now they're bringing over Corbin to go against McIntyre. Why? That makes no sense.
Right.
They're not in a feud or anything. They don't have any heat. Why do it? I don't know.
Drew said like they were a former team. I don't remember that. When was that?
McIntyre
What's that?
And
In
McIntyre.
McIntyre's promo, he said he was in my team at some point. I don't remember him ever being on a team with him. So when he said that in the promo, I thought he was talking about Jinder Mahal, and then I saw Jinder Mahal later on in the show, and Jinder Mahal was like, "I'm a babyface. Hi."
Dude, what? That poor guy, man. You never know what he's doing. Like, he wasn't he a heel when he came back. His first match, and he squashed somebody.
Yeah.
Was it Kieran? I know he squashed someone right when he came back.
Yeah.
And now and he's rooting on his buddy Drew, who's the world champion now. And
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you one thing that they're doing. WWE. No idea.
One thing that always creeps me out is that they keep having Angel trying to like Charlie Caruso. What's the girl's name? Charlie.
Yeah, like creepily hits
So
on her.
creepy.
And
yeah,
then
so
infatuate him at the same time.
He's I didn't feel like I liked him 2 minutes before this, but once he said something to me, I act like I like him. Get out of here! It's cheesy.
That's old Vince McMahon garbage. That's
Yeah.
that old like, oh well, you find him disgusting, but he's an alpha male, so you're madly in love with him anyway. Like, it's like, dude, that's just not how girls are anymore. Like,
You hate him until he says something nice to you, and then he gives you the vapors.
so bad, dude. So bad.
We're about half an hour in here. Let's talk about what we're doing today, shall we?
We shall.
So we posted out on Twitter that we wanted to review a movie. We wanted to take a look at a movie starring a professional wrestler, and we asked you guys, the fans, what movie we should do. If I can find the actual poll, we put up a Twitter poll of 4 wrestling movies, 4 movies starring wrestlers, I should say, not about wrestling. Number, I love this. In the number 4 spot, The Countdown. 0% of the people wanted to see that movie, and I don't blame you.
Because no one's watched the movie. No one cares enough.
I've never even heard of the Countdown. So
no. I saw a preview of that movie, Sudden Death, but with wrestling instead of hockey. I thought that's what it was going to be, and it's very, very not. It took itself way too seriously.
I honestly thought you meant The Rundown and wrote the wrong word.
No. Although I do actually like the movie The Rundown.
I like The Rundown a lot, too.
The Rock.
Maybe that one gets on the next poll.
Yeah, maybe.
Besides probably the Jumanjis, I think it's my favorite Rock movie.
Yeah. In the number 3 spot, I put The Marine 6 because I didn't see it. I think I saw like the first Marine, maybe the second one. This one just because it had The Miz and Shawn Michaels and Becky Lynch and I think a couple other wrestlers as well. I thought we could knock them all out at once, but that only got 11% of the votes. Have you seen any of the Marine movies?
No.
No. I don't blame you. I think the first one had Cena in it, right?
Yeah.
And then they kept switching people out.
Yes, my brother has gone on record to say that's his favorite movie. I'm like, that's your favorite movie.
You know the story of that whole The Marine, right? Randy Orton was supposed to get that.
Mm-hmm. I heard that.
But they found out he joined the Marine Corps, walked out on them, and they're like, wait, you're going to play Marine and you couldn't even freaking go through it? Like, you're a deserter. And then they're going to have him play a Marine in the movie.
At all.
What are you talking about?
All
What
right.
was the other one?
Name one.
What was the other one that had a great concept of movies kind of wasn't the greatest? The other John Cena movie.
12
The
rounds? No, that's
the one where the dude made him like jump through hoops.
I think that was 12 rounds, right?
12 rounds, yeah.
Was that actually a
Great
good movie?
No, but it was a great concept. Kind of like the first Purge. Have you ever seen the first Purge? The first Purge sucks. The concept's amazing. was the sequel that was actually really good.
Yeah.
I never saw the first one, but I saw the second and the third one.
Yeah, they're
And I was told I would to see the third one, the first one.
first one's boring, but the concept's amazing.
Well, in the number 2 spot, we put Suburban Commando, the Hulk Hogan movie, appearance by The Undertaker. I like this movie just because Christopher Lloyd is amazing in everything he does.
Yeah.
And, yeah. It's a ridiculous movie, but I actually saw this movie back in, what was it, like 91 or 90 or whatever it was, in the theater. I actually went to go see that with my dad. It was not money well spent.
The only Hulk Hogan movie I ever saw in the theater was No Holds Barred.
No Holds Barred, yeah.
Duty.
Yeah, that movie.
Duty.
Yeah, so No Holds Barred, and that was it with Zeus, and
Yeah.
we're a big Hulk Hogan fan, so yeah, that was the last one I saw with him in it. Besides Rocky 3.
Yeah. Now, Rocky 3 should have been on this list, but wasn't really starring a wrestler. Just kind of had an appearance.
No, well, like Hogan and Mr. T.
Hogan and Mr. T, yeah.
Mr. T's.
But that got 22% of the votes. Taking it by a landslide was They Live with 67% of the votes. I don't know of a more popular movie starring a wrestler. There you go. Corey's got the DVD right there.
On that old DVD.
Yeah, man. So we're going to be reviewing or doing a watch along of They Live, the John Carpenter classic. Yes, we are. So we're going to take a little break.
By Frank Armitage.
Who is it? Frank what?
Well, it says that the screenplay was by Frank Armitage, but Frank Armitage is actually a fake name that John Carpenter made up for himself and Roddy Piper combined. He made up the name Frank Armitage because him, Piper, and his wife wrote.
That's Stephen King had a second name too, where he was writing action books instead of horror movies. That's where The Running Man came from. That's actually Stephen King's pseudonym.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Woo.
That we should put on the list next time.
What?
Running
Man?
Because Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura's in there, and who else is in there? Not Tanaka. Is it Tanaka? There's I forgot his name.
Yeah.
But yeah, put The Running Man in there.
Running Man and Predator were two movies that I was thinking of when we were making the list because they both have Jesse Ventura in it.
If we put Predator, everybody would have picked Predator.
Yeah.
You know what we do? Nah, that would we wouldn't have to do a watch along with that though.
We should do like a tournament of polls.
All the movies that win, we should do a poll. Which one was the best out of those movies that won? Just do a little poll.
That's a good idea. All right, so we're running out of Twitch time here, or Twitch. We're running out of Zoom time here, so we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back, and we'll get the movie started. So stay tuned, folks.
Thanks.
And no, I don't want to update anything. This is the pain in the ass when it comes to doing stuff live. So I have to take this and get rid of it. Alright, so screen's blank right now because I have to re-email everybody for the Zoom chat. Eventually, I know I say this every stream, but eventually we are going to get the Zoom Plus or whatever it is. So that we don't have to cut it out every 40 minutes. But if you're watching along and the screen goes blank, but you still hear audio, that's because I have to re-email everybody. Okay, email sent. Let's bring this back up. And put the display capture back up. Add source. What am I using here? Streamlabs. Not bad, this Streamlabs thingy. I do not want the cursor, and go. All right. So I'm going to take off the waiting room. Disabling the waiting room. So I can close that out. And there, now we're back to me. All right. You all ready for They Live? Huh? Let's get some F's in the chat for They Live. Isn't that what they say on streams? I don't know what it means. They live, folks. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Where's everybody else at? Come on, we're going to do it. Gonna do it. Gonna do it. All right. All right, all right, all right. Boom, boom. Welcome back, sir.
I'm having technical difficulties. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Can't get the movie?
No, it's saying it's not connected to my internet, but then the sound was playing through the TV speakers. But my Chromecast is saying it can't. It's not. So we're going home.
Well, if you want to watch this at home, folks listening, I believe you can get this on Amazon Prime, but you got to pay for it. It's only like $3 or $4, I think.
We're going to acquire it like some of us have.
I'm not promoting that. I'm just saying, you know. You can totally do it. That's up to you.
Hold on 1 second. Somehow my setup disappeared nowhere. So I got to reset up my Chromecast.
All right.
I
I don't know what's going on with the Zoom. It's always cutting in and out, the audio. It did that during the Money in the Bank watch along as well.
What do you mean by cut out?
It's real. Like you'll be talking, it'll like freeze, like it's dropping frames or something like that. I don't know if that's just because of the.
Did you see Google set up their own now?
Really?
It's called Google Meet. I mean, we could always test that and see if that works better.
Yeah, I'll give that a shot.
Yeah. I literally, it just popped up on my email now when I got the connection. I mean the invite. Okay, now I need to hook it to my files. Don't know why I have to do this. Hold on. I'll be back. I'm just connected to the internet. Gotta wait for the internet.
Sorry, people are texting me, so I'm here by myself and just texting because I'm sure this makes a great live stream.
I was gonna say, who's texting you?
My niece. She heard I have YouTube Premium, and she wants to know how she could acquire YouTube Premium.
Acquire like I acquired this movie?
Yes.
That's what it was. Did I break them? Yeah, I broke them, didn't I? No. Kind of. Connecting to Wi-Fi.
Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, Castle, where are you at? Come on. Let's get this thing going here.
What? Right, 9756 fan 233 here.
Technical difficulties, folks. We'll be with you in a moment.
It was working literally the day I sent you a copy of the movie. I set the whole thing up.
You mean where you sent me the link to where I could pay for this movie completely legally? And therefore, I downloaded, after I gave them my credit card information, I downloaded the movie.
You know, I was shocked. Like, I thought I actually owned this movie. See, this like, this is ever.
Can you hear us, Castle?
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know how this is gonna work. I'm assuming this will work pretty much the same as the watch along for the pay-per-views do.
Yeah.
This might be a little bit better since we're not dealing with, streaming and
Live.
one person, being a little bit ahead of the other.
Right.
Yeah, well, we all gotta set up to the same point and then hit play.
Yeah.
If I could ever work, and now I've got to just play off my laptop.
Yeah. Mark's having some internet issues. How you doing, Corey? You got it?
Playing the DVD off of my other laptop here.
All right. Oh, someone's fancy and has 2 laptops. Ooh.
Well, it's not really my laptop. It's just Carly's laptop. I'm just using it right now.
I'm just messing with you.
Man, I gotta reset this whole thing.
All right. Well, Mark's doing that. Corey, do you have it? Do you have the movie playing? Do you have it all set up to play?
I have it all set up to play. Yeah, I have it paused on where it's like the Universal
logo. Okay. Hit play and see if you once the right now I have it set up to where it says Alive Films Presents. If you hit play, will that be the next thing that you see? I'm 17 seconds in. If that means anything.
Alive Films Presents. Yeah.
All right, so I'm about 17 seconds in. If you're watching at home, folks, that's where we're at. 17 seconds in, at least on my timer, and it says Alive Films Presents, and that's where we got it paused while we're waiting for Mark.
So, any other wrestling you want to talk about? I had to reboot the whole Chromecast.
Oh boy!
It just they work great and they get hung up and then they're a nightmare. But like this one's HD, the whole actually it's 4K. This one's nuts.
Nice.
So I just gotta wait till it pops back up. Leave set up. I literally set this all up the day you got I linked you to the copy.
So is this a HD? You're saying it's HD? Is it like a remastered version?
No, dude, they filmed movies in like years ago. You can watch 70s movies in HD. They filmed it on better on heavier data rates.
Gotcha. All right, let me. You guys talk. I gotta hit the bathroom, and then I'll be right back.
I almost wore that shit. We're matching tonight.
And then we'll start recording once he gets back.
I think he's still recording now. We're live right now.
Oh, it doesn't say recording on Zoom though.
Really?
I don't see that on my screen.
Okay.
Well, if we're live on YouTube, let's take this opportunity to plug stuff. Currently, I'm reading the book written by Edge, released in 2004.
Are you?
And it's pretty neat. I like it. But I mean, take in mind that when you're reading it, it's from 2004, when he was like 30.
Yeah.
And a lot was different in his life.
I don't know, man. Like I just tried to go back and read Ric Flair's book. And it's almost written like a child wrote it.
Yeah, he's a little complaining in that book.
Yeah, I just couldn't get through it. I didn't enjoy it. I will be ordering Jim Ross's newest one. I finally got my unemployment fixed, so we'll see what happens. All right.
I haven't. I still been doing the claims every week, or every other week, but I'm not getting any money deposited in anywhere.
Call your local state representative. That's how I had to get it done that way.
Called a local state representative.
Yeah, I called a local state representative, and
Do you like catch a tude?
no, you just call them, tell them your situation. They take some information off you. It's for everybody listening. If you're watching, call your state representative if you're not getting your money. List your information. They're going to ask you. They're going to ask you for some personal information like your social or the last 4 of your social and stuff like that. And then after that's all done, it takes anywhere from 5 to 10 days, and they'll call you and tell you what happened and why you're not getting paid. And then they'll tell you within another 5 to 10 days, you'll start receiving money. So I'm supposed to receive money. They said it takes 48 to 72 business hours. And they called me on Thursday. So anywhere between Monday, because Saturday and Sunday don't count. So anywhere between Monday or Tuesday, I'll receive money. Finally. And now what is going on with why is it still saying this?
Were you able to get your They Live working?
No. I might switch my Chromecast in a second. My other Chromecast is working. I have one in the bedroom too. I'm technical like that.
All right, folks.
Hey, Rick, is this? I know I'm pretty sure it's like live on YouTube right now, right? But you're not recording the Zoom session at the time.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to do that, but then it's probably going to be better if I just pull the audio right off YouTube.
Hold on.
Is it still gonna do the limiting us to 40 minutes and then pulling us off?
Yeah.
If we're not recording it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All
Well,
right.
when we get that little countdown clock at the top, then we'll take a little pause break.
Yeah.
Belch.
Yeah, I need that. Let's see here.
How you doing, Mark?
You know what movie I just watched with a pro wrestler in it this week was Stuber.
Yeah, the Batista movie.
It was exactly what you thought it would be.
Is it that bad?
I liked it. I thought it was like cute, but I mean, it was exactly what I thought it was going to be, and it was like it went exactly how I thought it would go. Yeah. But I still thought it was really nice. I liked it.
All right, I got to pause at the Universal. Let me grab a drink, and let's do this.
All right. I didn't even think about Batista. We could introduce some of his movies. We could throw Guardians of the Galaxy on there. I think that would top them all.
Yeah.
I think that would beat everything.
That might be a little unfair.
Probably would beat everything, yes.
Marvel movies always win.
Beautiful out. It's Sunday. I think we should have.
I couldn't understand that. What was that?
Sunday brunch. It's beautiful on Sunday. I think it's Sunday brunch day.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys see the Hotel Artemis movie with Batista?
No.
It was like Jodie Foster and Batista.
Nope.
Idris Elba. It was good. It was a good movie. It was like the hospital for criminals. That was like in a futuristic purge town sort of thing.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of them. He did another movie called, was it Brooklyn? Something. That movie's kind of dark and messed up. Let me see here. Dave Ball. Because nobody remembers there's a U in his name. Movies.
It's my chair here.
He actually did one of the escapes with alone. He did Escape 2 and Escape 3, it looks like.
The Escape Plan movies?
Yeah. They're not good. Bushwick. The movie's called Bushwick.
Oh.
It's actually an interesting film. It's really it's basically New York's under martial law, and it's pretty dark and violent. But I thought it was pretty good. Besides that, what other movies has he done? He's done a ton of movies that we can actually watch.
What's that movie he did with the kid? My Spy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's My Spy. He's done what you call it, Heist, in 2015 with Robert De Niro. He did Blade Runner 2049, which is
that's like your jam.
Dude, it's a great movie.
I never saw the first one, so I mean I might have saw it when I was like 11, but I don't remember it.
Go see the first one. It's the most boring movie you ever watch.
I was not a fan.
It is. Honestly, I'm a huge Harrison Ford fan. That movie is boring as hell.
All right, here.
All right, you guys ready? I got it sitting on the Universal song right now.
All right, we're paused at the 17-second mark where it says Alive Films presents.
Wait, are we? Hold on.
That's right after the Universal.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right, Live Films presents.
All right, we good? All right, folks, we're gonna play here. We'll go on 3. All righty? 1, 2, 3. We're off and running. I gotta turn this volume down.
Larry Franco production.
Yeah, I might have to turn the volume down myself.
John Carpenter's They Live.
They Live. I always like the opening of that, where the graffiti kind of blends into
where
the
it looks like graffiti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought that was.
I honestly haven't watched. I probably haven't watched this movie since the 90s.
Yeah, me either. It's been a long time.
Whereas Predator, I think I know the entire movie word for word.
Santa Fe. Shock Control. Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper, there's our boy. My boy, Blue.
Keith David.
Keith David is the man, dude. Any movie that guy's in, he's. I wish I had that guy's voice. He's got that like Morgan Freeman down low voice.
Batista's also in that James Bond movie Spectre, and he's awesome in that.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see that one.
There will be an additional audio track by dirt bikes and loud hip hop music.
George Buck Flower.
What's up, Buck?
Peter Jackson. Oh, Peter Jason.
Jason,
Sorry.
not Peter Jackson. No, different person. Do we know where this was shot? Like what city we're looking
probably,
at?
I think L.A. I think it's L.A. I'm pretty sure it's L.A.
What second are you guys on?
Minute 56.
Yeah, minute 57.
Hold on.
201, 2, 3, 4.
It got a little wonky on me.
Sandy King. What up, Sandy King?
There you go. Got it right to Sandy King.
All right.
I don't know why I paused while I was pulling you guys up.
People with cardboard boxes over their heads.
Makeshift umbrellas.
Yeah.
That's smart. I'm going to do that next time I need an umbrella. I don't feel like buying an umbrella.
Next time you need an umbrella, just break a cardboard box and then pop that on your head.
Yeah.
Based upon the short story, 8 o'clock in the morning. Screenplay, Frank Armitage.
So this whole watch along is just going to be us reading the credits.
I think I grew up with Larry Franco.
Yeah, there's a Larry Franco in every neighborhood.
That whole opening credit montage needed like a like you belong to the city, like a whole walking around montage, or Bourbon Street.
His leather bomber jacket. Dope. Look at that guy. All worn in.
Yeah, that is a really cool ass jacket. I'm gonna see if I can get a little tiny bit of volume here.
I'm gonna have to too, because since I acquired this movie, I don't have subtitles.
Yeah, I don't either.
Samesies.
Not on the DVD.
I mean, I don't want to turn it off and figure it out, and then be far behind you guys.
Oh, screwed.
God, I miss Roddy Piper. I was the opposite when I was a kid. When everybody liked Hogan, I was a Don Morocco and Roddy Piper fan.
I never got into Don Morocco. I was never. I don't think WWE. Really
I don't know why. I don't know why I liked him because I went back and watched his matches from back then. He was boring.
Yeah.
He wasn't. I don't know. Yeah, I was a big Junkyard Dog guy too, which I don't think anybody wasn't a Junkyard Dog guy.
No, everybody loved that guy.
He's one of those guys everyone loved.
I think all that was a little bit before my time as a fan.
We were just talking about Reed and JR was talking about that, how huge Junkyard Dog was and how revolutionary was that he was the world champ down in the South.
Yeah.
When being a black man in the South, being the world champion, and what's his name, Bill Watson, and give a damn who got upset about it. I would love to meet Bill Watts. He sounds like he would have been all right, dude.
I was listening to JR's podcast where it's all about Dr. Death, Steve Williams.
I'll have to watch that one then. I'm gonna listen to that.
And it was cool. He was like, oh, he played for this team called the Capitals or the Nationals or something, and he's like, it was a semi-pro football team, and he's like, yeah, that team was owned by Donald Trump.
Well, be damned.
It was just so matter-of-factly, yep, nothing else. Because JR has nothing good to say about Donald Trump ever. But
dude, Jim Cornette's worse. Jim Cornette throws out all kinds of stuff. So he's got the whole Sylvester Stallone and the Wrong Town vibe going.
This is a huge.
Can't even imagine just walking around asking people if they need work. I know that's how it used to be, but just before the internet, it's what the hell? No, you wouldn't even dream about doing this today.
It's hey, I've got all my belongings on my back, and I need a job.
Right?
Dude, I remember that being younger, man. It's oh, it's job time, and your parents, when you were a kid, they would throw you in a car and drive you to everywhere, whether you liked the place or not. Made you fill out an application.
Yeah. Well, you had to have your working papers if you were under 16.
Yeah. I think you still need that, don't you?
I don't know.
It's been a while.
Piper jacked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no sleeping on this site, so you park your ass someplace else.
Excuse me, when do I get paid? Thursday.
There's a man.
He's got his feathered hair is amazing. There's the greatest voice actor ever.
Yeah.
He's the president. The president on Rick and Morty.
On Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look this up and run down all the cartoons this guy's voiced.
Oh my god.
Keith David is the man.
But his character Frank in this movie really loves the color purple. He loves to wear purple shirts.
Yeah. I think
He's
it's
a
all he
purple
wears.
shirt loving fool.
Talk about purple shirt and a denim vest. Come on, man.
Oh, hopscotch.
He was Spawn in Todd McFarlane. He's one of the gargoyles. He was the main character in Gargoyles.
He was
I didn't know that.
what the hell? What was it? Goliath?
Goliath.
Yeah. He's in Adventure Time.
I don't know if it's in Adventure Time either. Damn, that guy's still working too. He's got a movie coming out called Good.
Oh, he's phenomenal. And then you go to his main films that he was in if you've never seen him do anything. He's in The Thing with Kurt Russell.
John Carpenter.
Yeah, he's a John Carpenter guy. He's in that new movie 21
This guy,
just came out. He's in
This
Platoon.
Gilbert. If you need anything, you go to Gilbert.
Gilbert's got it all.
You always go with the guy with the receding hairline and the slick back hair. You always have everything.
You know, this is actually filmed. This part is actually filmed in like a homeless community, and they gave paydays as extras to all these homeless people that were in the movie.
Oh wow!
The facts in this film, and then tell us we had to look up facts.
I didn't look up facts.
That's amazing. They actually did it.
They did actually do that. That's a fact that I did look up.
That's awesome. Dude, look at old LA too, all dirty.
Yeah.
Look at the acting in Roddy Piper eating that like he's a homeless guy who doesn't eat. Like he's got
as shredded as
that.
he is, he probably didn't eat for a while before this movie.
Come on, man. If you were a big Roddy Piper fan, that dude was never built till this movie.
No. Never had hair like that before this movie either.
Yeah. He always had like a dad bod
Yeah.
and like a dad haircut. And here he's got a real mullet.
I think that's the only reason he got the IC title when he came back was because he had that shredded figure.
I want to doubt the way I just listened to the whole thing on why Vince McMahon wasn't big on Jericho, and it was just height. Vince McMahon's really weird about certain things when it comes to wrestlers. And if you're fat, then he really doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Unless you're super fat, like a Viscera or like Yokozuna.
Otis
isn't that big. He's not Yokozuna big.
Your gimmick. If being fat is your gimmick, he's into you.
Yeah.
But if you're cosmetically then he doesn't like you.
Otis is killing it, man. Just killing it.
Well, I mean, take a guy like Trevor Murdoch. Like, how good is Trevor Murdoch? And he never got over.
No, now he's in NWA. He's like a good hand.
Yeah.
Wait, they're homeless. How do they get TV and electrical?
Found a TV somewhere and I don't know, plugged it in somehow.
Just trash picked it and put some rabbit ears on it.
All right, here's where the movie starts getting interesting.
Damn hackers.
Second damn night.
I think I'm a couple seconds before you guys.
Yeah, well, no, I'm ahead of you. I'm where you are, Corey. Mark's a little behind. About
A little
like
bit
5
behind.
seconds.
Story of my life.
The poor and the underclass.
It's funny how they keep saying the word hacker because that was a brand new term by that year.
Yeah.
Like hacker was like not a.
Back when you had to hack things like television instead of the internet.
Well, like everything was bounced through like satellite and stuff. As I mean, of course, I'm sure it still is, but
Yeah.
like it was more direct. Like as far as signals and stuff,
Oh, no,
'cause
I
everything
just
was through like antennas.
I just love how this movie handles social commentary where it's in your face, but it's absurd, so it works. Instead of browbeating you, it's more just being like really absurd. But this movie is very true about how the way of life was heading in the 90s. And it's way worse now than it was back then.
Well, this was 1988.
Is this 88? I thought it was like 90. Damn.
'88 when it came out. Yeah.
Even more ahead of its time.
1988 Universal Studios, all rights reserved. So that means don't rebroadcast this somewhere.
Yeah, that's why we're doing a watch along, not streaming the entire movie.
That was the bit I was doing, biting my nail, going.
Please don't
All rights
sue.
reserved.
Piper the detective figuring stuff out.
It's kind of fun, dude. I haven't done this since the Uneducated times.
Yeah.
Ed really wanted to do this a lot. It's. I think we never worked on the video aspect.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only thing we really can do is having the video aspect with it.
Well, I'd love it if there was some kind of way if we could do so that the people watching at home could see the movie along with us. Then we turn it into like a Mystery Science Theater type of thing.
I think if we did it on Twitch, because there's a weird way where you can get away with doing stuff as long as there's a commentary over it. So we could actually do it on Twitch, do the movie, and people could watch it there.
Maybe we'll do that with the next one we do.
No, I only learned that this week.
What's that?
I only learned that this week because that kid from Oklahoma or South Dakota, someone was in the chat along the side, and he was complaining. He's like, "Yeah, how are you allowed to legally stream live wrestling?" And he's like, "You can't stream live pay-per-view events, but you can stream live television as long as there's a commentary over it." So I got to hit my friend up as a Twitch streamer and see how that works.
Dude, everything we're learning it as we go. So I mean, we've been doing it this way for so long, but it's not like it's the only way. It's not like we've got our heels dug in, like we have to do it this way or not. But like we're flexible and willing to be wrong about stuff.
Explain to me what the hell that's all about.
The guy licking his nuts again. Is that a compliment to someone? Like, he's just licking his nuts.
That guy licking his nuts.
I don't remember anybody ever saying that around me.
I don't think that was a phrase.
I think maybe just people in LA were saying that.
Nick Burke's out there. Nuts.
This
I
is
always
real
wear,
culty, huh?
I will always wear flannel in LA.
I'm just casually standing on the church steps. Don't mind me. My metal toothpick.
Look, he's an expert spy. He knows what he's doing. You move quickly, roll around, put your back up against the wall. It's weird though. I thought he would have been bigger. I thought he would have did a lot more movies and been bigger.
Yeah,
Rick, what was the movie? What was the movie that we watched that it was like Jesus wrestling something? It was like
wrestling?
Some church guy. We watched it at your house. It was like some church guy who was trying to be a wrestler, and then Piper was in it.
That sounds.
He was trying to the saint or something. Like the guy was trying to wrestle, and he would put a mask on and wrestle.
Yeah, that movie was terrible.
Very terrible. It was on Netflix for a minute, though.
Speaking of terrible movies, I wanted to see that Zombies versus Wrestlers movie. It's like an indie movie. I know it's.
I just did my friend Eli's podcast, the roast ghost podcast.
Yeah.
And it was him. It was him and me and Zach Amico, and we were doing a roast of Stone Cold Steve Austin, and we talked about how you guys and I were going to be watching They Live this week. And we talked about Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies and how bad of a movie that was. And Zach said that he had the director of the director of that movie on his podcast, the Real Ass Podcast, and he was like, how'd you fit your filming days around Shane Douglas's Walmart shifts?"
That's funny.
But what does it say?
There's always a secret panel in a church.
Always.
Speaking of that, we could do Steve. We can put Steve Austin movies in there too. The Condemned.
I like.
Yeah, I never saw that movie.
You liked Condemned?
Yeah, I enjoyed that movie.
I never saw it.
It was okay in the beginning.
I thought it was just like a rip off of Battle Royale. Was that what it was?
Essentially.
Now let me touch your boobs. Grab a little butt cheek next. How's a blind man know this if he can't see?
This world may have blinded me. Oh, like he knows he's the working man because he's got some rough ass hands. You see?
Touch an alien's face and feel the sunken in skulls. That sounds like my house every day.
Swig of beer for the working man.
I know that guy talking right now has been in a bunch of stuff too.
And the world kind of stuff. That guy kind of looks like Ted DiBiase.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. It's just Ted
See
DiBiase.
that DiBiase documentary?
Oh, I did watch the Road Warriors.
Yeah, I thought that was good.
It was okay. A lot of times I think they should be longer than an hour. Always looks like there's more story and they cut it all out just to fit into an hour time frame. Owen Hart is this week. That one's going to be a big one.
Oh, wow. The Ted DiBiase documentary wasn't Dark Side of the Ring. It was just a documentary that Ted DiBiase did like he just authorized someone to do a documentary about him.
Yeah,
and it was bad. It was not good. It's just
yeah.
Maybe don't even watch.
Well, it's all about him being like finding religion, ain't it?
It was about like his sons were like confronting him about like how he was a shit father and then like it was like his son Ted DiBiase Jr. was sitting with him and they talked and then they were sitting with him and like I guess his other son's name is Mike and like Mike was like, how come you talk to Teddy and you apologize to him but you didn't apologize to me, and like we're getting all mad about it. It was stupid. But like it was a lot of like that was honestly the best part. But like leading up to that, he was like, "I'm the Ted DiBiase. I'm the $1 Million Man. Everybody's got a price." And it was like, "What are you doing?" It's like this is not a real life thing. Stop.
Kayfabe it all the way up until his kids tell him how much a piece of garbage he is.
Yeah.
I became a wrestler and then a car dealer because of you, Dad. I think Ted Jr. Sells cars now or something like that.
Yeah,
Owns a car
that was in a documentary.
Gotta love how the soundtrack's only like 3 songs in the entire movie. Oh, look at that old Blazer with no roof.
Yeah, I think John Carpenter has gone on the record to say that this movie was a big middle finger to Ronald Reagan, like the current that administration.
Yeah.
Trickle down in economics. If you buy all this stuff and then people make a lot of money, then they send that money back down to you.
Makes sense.
Shoot out that doesn't.
We got
It doesn't, dude.
We got about 4.5 minutes left here on Zoom.
Oh!
We gotta pull a pause
Victor.
here.
They're getting the blind guy out of there. And there's smoke. It's very unnecessary.
Damn, they're calling out like the riot squad for this dude.
I don't understand the flares.
Flares.
I've never seen cops pull over in any of my neighborhood over here, raid a house and throw flares down the street.
Yeah, why would they
bring
do
a
that?
bulldozer.
And bringing a bulldozer.
So we're gonna pause our film, and then we're gonna take a little break on Zoom.
Yeah, let's get a pause here going on 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1, pause. All right, I'm at the 24-minute and 47-second mark.
20 what?
24 minutes and 47 seconds.
Going back. I don't know how I beat you on that. There you go.
All right, everybody nice and paused now.
Paused.
All right. Take a little Zoom break, and we'll be right back, folks. Squeaky deaky. I don't know what that means, but whatever. So, I gotta do this gimmick here. All right, we got a blank screen. Let's do the emails. Get everybody back online here. I don't know what is going on with that voice thing. Email him, and send. Bring this back up. There we go. All right. Into it. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. So, hopefully you're all watching along with us here. Watching the movie. What's up, Mark? Welcome back.
To go grab a vitamin, trying to take care of myself. This apocalypse.
All right, let me hit the bathroom while we're waiting on Castle.
Am I supposed to entertain people now? What is this? Let's pull up They Live movie facts. They Live was inspired by a comic book adaptation of a short story, which we saw. So we won't get into that one. They Live was a response to Ronald Reagan's America, which we just talked about. John Carpenter wrote They Live under an alias. We talked about that one. Roddy Piper never heard of John Carpenter. This makes sense. Oh, check it out. Because the style movie they were doing for They Live, it was very costly for them because they couldn't have any product placement. And they had to be aware when they were filming, they couldn't have signs of any businesses in the background, since the whole entire movie's anti-consumerism.
What was the beginning part of that fact?
You hear? It's like it's a little wonky.
Can you hear me? Yeah, it's down. My microphone's down here on the floor. What was the beginning part of that fact?
Was it proved to cost them a lot of they lost a lot of money because they couldn't have product endorsement, and they had to watch where they filmed. They did a scene later on is going to come up where they're in a supermarket, and they had to make sure the sign wasn't visible at the supermarket because the movie got anti-consumerism.
You know, like this movie cost like $3 million or something, and it made like eight. What's that? $4
million,
and it made like 18 while it was in the theaters.
Well, that's John Carpenter's entire. He made The Thing on a small budget, and I forgot how much they made off that. Like Halloween was super cheap to make, and he made millions off Halloween. Let's see, like Halloween budget versus
like the gross
box office. If I put in, we used to do this on the pot. Yeah. So Halloween. I want to make sure it's the original one, not 2017. 1978. The budget was $325,000, and he made $70 million off of it. That's why if you ever watch it, like the one thing that pops up more than anything in movies is horror movies because they're so cheap to make.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm back, everybody. How's it going?
Good.
All right.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. You guys keeping the folks at home entertained while I'm away?
I try to get facts about the movie, but we already talked about most of them before I found the 10 facts.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not too many facts about the movie.
No. It's a very odd film.
Yeah. All right, we ready to go?
Ready to go.
All right.
Just give a countdown.
Yeah, man. Hit and play in 3, 2, 1, play. So what is this exactly that's happening right now? Because their cops are coming in with bulldozers and everything.
I think they pinpointed where the hack was coming from.
Uh-huh.
And maybe they made that a criminal offense to hack into like satellite, like TV programming.
Just to like absolutely destroy this little tiny section of Los Angeles. I know one of you homeless boys is a hacker.
Police just beating up people.
Yeah.
That's how.
This reminds me of you remember Dawn of the Dead, the original Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah.
The ghetto Holocaust.
The ghetto Holocaust, yeah.
Well, like that's what they called the scene.
Everybody's running like crazy. Piper's just staring, walking around.
One of the facts I did find about this movie is that they called the sunglasses the Hoffman glasses.
Hoffman glasses, really?
Yeah, after some author or something.
Did you find out why they were called Hoffman?
They said there was like three possible reasons that could have been the Hoffman glasses, and one of those reasons could have been after Dustin Hoffman, who played like a drag queen in some other movie, like Tootie or Fruity or whatever that. What was that movie called?
Tootsie?
Tootsie, that's it. Yeah, because you're just walking around in plain sight. The woman.
Tootie or Fruity or one of those.
I've never seen Tootsie.
No, me either.
I have no desire to see that movie.
It probably hasn't aged well.
Oh man, it's getting thumped.
Who is this little blonde person?
Just some kid.
That pipe. Just some kid.
Piper's being a good guy and helping some people out.
That kid looks like the boss from Office Space, like the boss from Fridays.
Oh,
It's like you don't give it a flair.
the other waiter.
Yeah.
It's a little pretty boy. 32 pieces of flair.
Wait, man. So the cops are beating the hell out of everybody. You're just gonna hide in the corner when you had all that time to run?
Yeah.
Crying. Do you think it just like we need more time to make Piper look like he's an actually good guy in this movie?
That's probably what this is, yeah.
Besides a construction hobo.
One of the other things I had found out about this was John Carpenter had Roddy Piper come up with a backstory for the character just for himself, and he said, "Don't tell anybody what the backstory is for this guy, John Nada or whatever." They said, "Come up with it in your head what the backstory is, but don't ever tell anybody." And Piper never told anybody. Like he died without telling anybody, just so he could like act out this part, knowing the backstory of the character, but never telling anybody.
Wow, I wonder why he didn't reveal it like long after.
You think from John Doe, like a John Doe? Does nada means nothing?
But
So maybe
Probably,
it's like from John Doe.
If that's the case, it's
Like,
not very
what-
imaginative.
the kind of decisions that cost him to be like homeless and like
Right.
wandering, all that stuff. Piper had to come up with all that in his own head to act this out, but never told anybody.
Yeah, you just watched Sylvester Stallone and First Blood. I didn't start this war.
You never hunt a human. Human flesh.
God, First Blood is still one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's a good movie.
They call me baby killer. They spit on me. He's the worst crying actor I've ever seen.
The best is in Rocky when Mick dies. You can't even understand what the hell he's saying.
To like to Rocky 2 when he's like on the beach with Adrian, he's like, "I'm scared, okay?"
The sad part is you go to parts of Philly and he kicks that pedal in. And all he had to do was push it open. The thing didn't resist at all, it just fell over.
Mark, tell me when he pulls the sunglasses out and he has the one pair in his hand, because I
That's
paused
where
mine
you're
for a minute,
All
so
right.
we're caught up.
He's going behind the building. I don't know how I got this far behind you guys.
Yeah, I'm behind as well. All right, he's got one pair in his hand.
I don't have it yet.
Waiting and waiting and waiting. How do we do this every live stream? We're always behind.
You know what? It's weird. Like sometimes it takes forever for my the render to send it to my Chromecast. He's digging through the box. He's digging through the box. One in his hand.
All right. All right.
Now
You want to do the 3 count?
hit play.
All right. Wait, I didn't hit
Now
play
he's going to the trash can.
Wait, damn it. We didn't get a countdown.
Now he's buried in the trash can. I don't know. Hit pause. As he's burying the box in the trash can.
Yeah, I gotta wait till I get to that point now. Taking it through the trash, puts the box in, puts the trash back over, and pause. All right, so I got it paused. He's got one hand on the trash can, one hand holding a pair of sunglasses. Is everybody there?
Well, we're ahead of you now.
What the hell?
I'm paused there. I'm paused there. Mark's
just going like, screw you guys. I'm gonna watch this movie without you.
All right, let me know when he walks around the corner, and then they're gonna pan to a part of the concrete where it's like glass and the actual concrete.
All right. Stopped on the pan of the concrete.
Okay, me too.
All right, now. 3, 2, 1, play.
Let me rip the sunglasses off real quick.
And that's where the famous Shepard Fairey's company, the Obey, came from.
Yeah, there's the Obey.
Yeah, right there. And that's the lettering he uses for all his designs.
Yep. That's like I have the Obey sticker on the back of my laptop, which is the Andre the Giant thing.
Yeah.
I found one of those. I don't know what to do with it.
Well,
when you buy his work, they give you a stack of stickers, and I have it somewhere around here.
I got him. Rick got him for me off of Amazon years ago for like my birthday or something.
I don't even remember that. But yeah, that sounds like something I would do.
Yeah.
No, it was already. Huh, I just found it. That's Shepard Fairey there.
There you go.
My florist is a dick.
Is that the name of the book? My florist is a dick.
It says Rick, is it? Yeah. Listen. This is honestly like really cool. And walking around, everything just in black and white, all the subliminal messages.
Yeah, it's like a VR, like augmented reality, like AR.
Yeah. Imagine if this was real too. He's got to look like an absolute weirdo, just staring like blank and everything. That is some crazy stuff.
I love it.
Very well written. This is actually a very well written movie.
Yeah.
The aliens could have been better.
They could have been, but what's your problem?
Huh?
I said, what's your problem?
I thought that was Dave Chappelle for a second.
It does look like Chappelle.
He's walking around looking like he's on a bad acid trip.
That dude does look like Chappelle, though.
A little bit. It's not him. But
I know it. Of course, he was like a teenager when this movie came out.
Yeah.
He was probably like 11 or 12 years old when this movie came out.
Dude, that's the craziest one. This is your God.
Yeah.
Up close, that guy doesn't look like Chappelle at all.
Is it making a noise or saying something? I can't tell.
It's like the pipe in thing.
It's saying sleep.
Yeah, but what's it?
It's saying
Sleep.
Well, what is the sleep thing? I don't understand that.
They live, we sleep.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Like, don't be woke AF.
So I guess yeah, like ignore probably would have been a better word than sleep if they just put like basically they want you to act like everything's fine, like everything's okay.
Yeah.
The whole thing is like he's like blown away, but he's like limping and like
Piper knows how to sell.
Yeah.
leg kick when they raided the homeless.
Audio problems there.
Why did that just happen?
I don't know.
Oh. I would probably have a massive panic attack if I actually saw this for real.
I love what he like says to this lady. He's like, "You're dipped in the cheese." What did he say?
I forget. There's so many things in this movie that still like are relevant today, like that image of the politician behind with the obey sign behind him.
Yeah. It's like he's on a mushroom trip or something.
I mean, he looks like he's on a bad acid trip just walking around. You're okay.
You look like you were dipped in the cheese back in 1957. This one, real fucking ugly. Formaldehyde face.
He can see.
We have one who can see.
So instead of running out, he like backs slowly out of the store while staring at him. I've been hauling out there.
Yeah.
I don't like this one bit.
You ever see Revenge of the Body Snatchers?
No.
That's all they need to point and scream when they like.
I've seen that. Whatever GIF, not GIF, but whatever Vine. I don't know what you call it. Clip. Meme. Talk about like the Donald Sutherland and like when he gets all weird.
What did he say to that lady? I missed that.
It's like putting perfume on a pig.
Too fairy.
Now it looks fine, but like early, maybe it's just like the speed was wrong or something on this copy I have. It looked like he was dubbed. You should have had him hit somebody with a coconut in this.
Oh, clothesline.
What the hell kind of police issued weapon is that?
No cop has a revolver like that. Unless it's Dirty Harry. The cop just hit him right in his head with the nightstick, and he never sold it.
He's fine.
He's like, meh, whatevs.
I love how the cop had the shotgun already unlocked in the car. If you notice, there's a fold over with a bolt lock on those things. It was completely open. Which cops don't even have those in the front seat anymore. Dude, he did a 180 real quick from being scared to walking around with a round of ammo and a shotgun.
And he walks right into a bank. Just blew that banker's head off.
Dude, I gotta get one of those watches. Turned it dial, just disappeared. He does such a great job running for the cops. He just turns right and keeps walking. The cops This movie took a minute to start up, and now it's getting fun. What the hell is that thing?
Wow, I forgot about that guy.
You know what it reminds
The
me
thing
of?
that flies over him?
Yeah.
You ever seen Big Trouble in Little China? It's literally like the robotic version of that Medusa head thing that would fly around in that movie.
Not nice.
Beat your feet.
Funny thing is, like the way they talk, it's like watching a Tarantino film. Like these like outdated phrases nobody says anymore.
What did he say? Something. Get your feet.
Beat your
Beat
feet.
your feet.
Beat your feet.
Beat your feet. My dad used to say that when we were kids.
Everyone's dad would have said something like that.
Beat your feet.
Reduced clearance. This lady's eyes are so weird.
Weird. I think they're cool. She's in a bunch of movies.
Yeah, it's Meg Foster.
Who?
Meg Foster? She's been in a bunch of stuff.
Is she related to the more famous Foster?
Might be.
Jodie Foster.
I forgot her first name.
Jodie Foster's mom.
She's the front man for Foster the People.
Foster People, very underrated band.
Yeah, I like
Well, you know, it's hard to get really popular when you have a song about school shootings.
That's
Oh,
very
it's
true.
weird. Fun fact about that movie, you know that movie was, that song was being played on XM radio over 2 years before it made it big.
Really?
I listened to that song for almost 3 years before it like blew up, and it's like, oh great. Now I gotta listen to it for at least another year where now it's played on like heavy rotation. Margaret Foster. Dude, she was a Masters of the Universe?
Yeah, she was Evil Lynn.
What?
You sound like you were about to start singing that Beach Boys song. Wouldn't it be nice if we were then we
I think she has really cool eyes.
like if they're so blue. It's freaky.
it's
or
like-
like they're almost like
That
so
was black, and almost black rims around it. Like, if you look, it looks like a black rim around the blue. Yeah, that's how I ordered my plants.
yeah. I mean, I could see you in a shirt like that.
Wine shirt, just hairy like that.
It looks like
Jagged.
it's Fred Ottman.
And this matching friend.
That was that guy's whole role in that movie.
They're a couple.
You need to wear a matching shirt, and you need to be the hairless one when it open.
Think people just have cactus like that in their house?
Sure. Why
Sure.
not?
Cacti.
You just put glasses on there, they'll make you high.
Ugh.
Did you see, for all you tech nerds, that Apple has a pair of AR glasses coming out?
What is this?
Like Google did almost 5-6 years ago.
The Google
So
Glass?
Apple's going to have a pair of augmented reality glasses where, like, as you're walking down the street, it'll have, like, if you're getting directions, it'll tell you, like, the arrows and all pointing the glasses, and they'll have little mappings like store here, this is here. Like, Google did it years ago. Well, how much you want to bet when Apple does it? They'll break the originators of that.
Well, it's a matter of who does it best. You know what I mean? Like, and what
Apple will probably do it best because they didn't.
Yeah.
Google has a bad habit of advertising. They have this stuff, and it's in the development stages, and it's garbage. Instead of developing it first and refining and dropping it to people.
Well, like I keep thinking about, like, what's the future of that stuff going to be like? Because of course, like, still it's right now at the beginning, like, as far as like VR and AR and all that stuff, like, that's going to be the future. And I think, you know, did you ever see the movie Surrogates with Bruce Willis?
Love that movie. A lot of people didn't. I like that movie.
I remember thinking the premise was great, but not, and it's kind of like Avatar a little bit too. Like, the same sort of thing. I think that might be where we wind up going. Like, and in my brain, I kind of feel like, because that's going to be the case, when they show things of aliens and they find, like, the little skinny bodies and the big heads, that's probably just future people. Because of like having surrogates do all the things for them.
It's just I think we're either going to have an implant where it'll do somewhere it's hooked here behind your ear, so it's not, or it's going to be right there, and it'll set. You'll have basically a computer chip in your, like, wetware to your brain.
Did you listen to Elon Musk on Rogan this week or last week?
I can't sit through him. He's so boring. He's so weird.
He talked about, like, a chip that's getting implanted into people's heads that can give them, like, their vision back if they've lost their vision, or, like, give them their legs back if they're paralyzed.
They started with that with Parkinson's. Like, people have Parkinson's disease. They put a chip in your brain, and you know, you get tremors when you have Parkinson's from the nerve damage. It counteracts it helps counteract the tremors. So once you start, like, it comes on, you start tremoring, it releases, it sends electrical impulses in your brain and stops that. They've had that shit for a while.
Yeah, but, like, Elon Musk was talking about, like, probably a year before they're ready for human testing on that stuff, on that chip or whatever, like that neuro chip.
We're all going to be like robots by the time we're 80 years old.
So we'll be integrated into like AI. AI will be a part of us.
I just want to be able to be like Back to the Future 2. Oh my God, I forgot the scene. Some chick throws him through a window. It's just hysterical. And it's the weakest forearm I've ever seen in my life.
It was way oversold.
Oversold? He got thrown out a window. I think it was completely undersold.
No, but I mean, like, she gave him like this much of an effort, and he was like, whoa! Like, she was like, eh. And he went, ah!
I mean, he's not selling the fall, but he oversold the hit.
Yeah. You know, he totally didn't sell that nightstick that he caught to the back of the head at all earlier.
No, some 123-pound woman just like threw him through a window in a week 4.
Some alien cop bops him on the back of the head with a nightstick. Rodney King's his ass.
I gotta admit, the copy that I acquired is actually a really good copy of this movie.
This is really good.
Beautiful.
Imagine what technology is now. Like, this movie could be pretty intense to be remade, but I mean, everybody hates a remake anyway.
Well, the problem with making the movie now is like, and what was this? You said it was 88 when this came out?
Yeah.
a movie like this, social commentary like this was like very rare. So like it stands out. Now, like every movie, they even turn superhero movies into social commentary and everything. I think it would have just drowned in a pile of like more like what coming up. I think that's why it resonates because it stood out at a time when nobody really thought like this. This was counterculture as hell in like '88. Reagan could do no wrong in '88. Reagan was like a god. People don't remember that because a lot of the kids that always talk trash on Reagan. They're not old enough to realize how much people love that man. He could do no wrong in the United States back then.
Yeah, but there was people that didn't like him too. It wasn't.
They were saying this is very counterculture because
Yeah.
how much he was here back then.
I mean, he wasn't.
Didn't he have the anti-drug?
Like now, what's that?
Didn't he have that war on drugs campaign, like it's just say no?
Yeah.
Oh, he had Dare. He had Dare too. The I forget what that meant. Drugs. Not
drugs.
I forget what it's called. But I had the T-shirt. I went to the classes.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. They're basically brainwashing you to like snitch people out for doing drugs and shit.
It's like something like drug abuse resistance education, something like.
Yeah, it was like basically like Sunday school or like whatever, like church camp, but for like
the cop would come into your school.
Yeah, it said Dare in letters with the American flag behind it. You used to get the T-shirts. I wore that thing all the time.
And it had the lion with the crossed arms.
There you go.
That's what I had on my Dare T-shirt. But it just said Dare on the front, and then on the back it had the lion with the folded arms.
Drug abuse resistance education is what it stood for.
There you go.
What I just said, right?
Was it?
I didn't remember. Gotta stop him. He's gonna crush the glasses.
Can we get back to this thing that we did, Rick?
What thing?
Do you still have the fight scene?
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah. Let's break me for the fight scene. I think
we definitely have to do that.
We got the timer now.
Yeah.
That is the cleanest trash I've ever seen in my life, though.
It's just spotless. It's just.
There's a lot of packing peanuts in there.
Yeah.
Everyone's just throwing away packing peanuts. No big deal.
It's just cardboard, packing peanuts, and I don't know what that yellow. It's like shredded yellow paper.
Yeah. I love Piper's sell of that. He's like, come on!
I want to stay in this trash truck for another hour or so.
What trash truck is just dumping trash down an alley?
Yeah. All right, here comes that scene. We got to take a pause here.
Stand right there. Pause.
Pause. All right, I'm at 55:28.
It's where the blue car's there, and then the Arto H Madat.
55:20.
It's like the parking spots. I'm paused right as soon as the blue car shows up.
All right.
Okay.
I got it.
All right, break time.
All right, break time, folks.
All right, folks.
Be right back.
Catch you in a momento.
Stop telling me to update stuff. Jeepers. And black screen. All right. Yeah, man, coming up to this famous fight scene, dude. This is good stuff. You're gonna, if you've never seen this movie, please watch it. Please watch it. It is, it's so good. It's slow paced, at least parts of it are. But Roddy Piper is amazing in this. And this fight scene, probably one of the greatest fist fights of any movie I've ever seen. Just because it's so out there, it goes on for so long. and we're going to talk about it more once we get going here. Okay, great. Did I take that off? Yes. Okay. So re-add that. Add source and don't need the cursor and done. Back up. And I hate that every single time I have to take this waiting room off. And we're back. All right. Stream's still going strong over here. Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's cool watching this movie, like I said, because it was so counterculture back to back how the '80s were. It's actually really interesting to watch. Yeah, that's the thing. It's cool watching.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, man. There's a lot of things about this movie that kind of rings true today, and a lot of things like telling of the way it was back then.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. Like it's like opening a window and like how people thought and acted in the '80s.
Yeah.
Politically and culturally. And I definitely see watching John Carpenter movies. I definitely see Tarantino in a lot of John Carpenter films.
Like being influenced.
Yeah, like some of the style, like conversation, like the phrases they use and all. I definitely see a lot of Tarantino in like old John Carpenter movies. So, yeah, I definitely think he was influenced by him. Are we supposed to get rain?
I don't know.
The whole neighborhood just got really dark.
It doesn't say anything about rain.
It's supposed to get nice and cool. It's going down to back to the just below 70 for the next couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be nice. I gotta plug the new fog lights in tomorrow. When I got paid, I buy the other new fog lights.
I gotta head down to the unemployment office. They screwed up my my unemployment. Saying I'm
not you weren't here when? How can you go to the unemployment office? Are they even open?
I don't know, but they're not picking up the phone, so I got to do something.
Oh, you called the? Did you call your state rep like I told you?
No. Turns out Heather had a letter that I got. I didn't find it. It was sent in the beginning of April, and she didn't realize it was for unemployment. But she gave it to me. It was something about me being ineligible for benefits because they're saying that I didn't work in 2018 and 2019 because I was working in Jersey, and so something got screwed up with that. So I got to go down and straighten it out. And I missed the appeal date because she had that letter for so long. So I got to go figure out if I need to reapply or if I can still appeal it or what's going on.
You're fine, dude. They'll take care of you. Yeah, I was just telling when Cory was on here, I got a phone call Thursday. When did I saw my family? I'm trying to think what day I went and saw them, and I got a call the next morning. It was 11 o'clock in the morning. They called me. No, it was Friday. So I have 48 to 72 are finally going to get my money next week. So either Tuesday, probably Wednesday or Thursday, and then I get the $600 because I missed the cutoff window.
Yeah.
The cutoff window, you get it by Thursday. Because they called me too late, I didn't get the $600 bonus the government's giving me, so I'm getting all that by next Thursday. But I called the state rep, and here's the weird thing, and that's why I'm telling, like we were talking earlier, and definitely, if you're having issues with it, call your state rep. Anybody's having problems with their unemployment.
Yeah.
I haven't filed for unemployment since 2008 when I worked for Motorola and got laid off. They overpaid me in 2009. So 11 years ago, they overpaid me, and that's why they froze my payments. Because of an overpayment from 2009. Never got a letter, never got a statement. They approved me, but never, and then they froze my account.
Didn't tell you a thing.
From 11 years ago.
That's ridiculous.
I've been a bartender since 2008. I haven't received unemployment, I received unemployment all that year, 2008 going into 2009. And they said they overpaid me by like $400 or something like that. And they put all my money on hold for that.
Did you that they're gonna do a second round of Trump bucks, maybe?
Yeah,
Trump bucks? Is that what we're calling them now?
Might as well.
Yeah.
I got a letter in the mail, basically him congratulating himself on how great it is that he put out a stimulus check. I'm like, Jesus, dude. What do I write back and say thank you? What are you expecting out of this?
I think he's desperate for thinking that people are going to like reelect him because of this.
We won't talk about that, but he's definitely getting reelected.
Yeah.
That's the sad part. Because they put a guy who's like in the early stages of amnesia, Alzheimer's, and likes to touch women inappropriately.
Yeah.
That's the other side.
Right.
So that lunatic's going to be running the country for another 4 years.
All right. Well, on that, I have to take a bathroom break, and I shall be right back. I'm drinking a lot of water.
I took a bath break when you were re-inviting me to the Zoom.
A little mezcal going on. Ooh, that's smoky.
What's smoky?
Drinking mezcal.
What's that?
Basically, it's a form of tequila, but they char the barrels like you would like scotch. So it's aged like scotch. So it's very, it's like drinking a campfire. It's like really good for like if you're barbecuing, like drinking like barbecue meat, stuff like that. It's really good for that.
It's like a s'more. Like drinking a
I
s'more.
wish it was a s'more.
Oh, that would be tasty.
My friend was drunk in a hot tub on Friday night telling me to bring her s'mores. I'm like, where am I going to get s'mores? She's like, just go get them at the store. I was like, it's 3:15 in the morning.
How many live viewers do you think we have?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Probably 0.
You never know, dude.
Says 3.
Three people are watching.
Well, there you go.
It's probably Sozio analyzing us, and he's going to trash us later for it. What else were you going to do on this Sunday?
Yeah, what else did people have planned? I mean, dude, like, what better way to spend your time than to hang out with your buds and like watch a kick-ass movie? And in this situation, the listeners, we're your buds, or the buds could be your earbuds. Yeah, you could just be listening along.
Yeah, one thing I know is definitely. Oh, I didn't see I had this one. That one I didn't see in the stack.
Oh, that's cool. Is that a sticker?
Yeah, see the Obey on there.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
what do you usually do with those kind of stickers?
I collect his art. I'm actually thinking about the long hallway of my apartment, starting to line it up with his pieces.
Well, that would be so cool.
But he's expensive, man. Like I can get there's the cheapy lithographs that are like $40 a piece or $45. And then he sells these things that are signed, and you have to get on. They'll announce them, like, "Oh, be Tuesday, 1 o'clock Pacific time." So 4 in the afternoon, you go on there, log in, and try to buy them. And there's only 450 of them for sale, and they're $45, but they're just big. But they're signed by him at the same time. It's actually kind of cool, but it's a pain to get through.
My friend Scott he runs this like commissioning art for like horror movie posters. He commit like all these really cool designs, and like his basement's full of really cool framed art that's like movie posters that he commissioned artists to do, and he sells them for like a pretty penny. He's you might have heard of Scott before. He ran that Wicked Hanuman show.
Okay.
And he's cousins with Matt Flowers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It was like, my best friend in middle school. We decided to get into pro wrestling together. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was trying to think of anything else we could talk about pro wrestling this week, but like it's like either really big moment or everything else is just like dead silence wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say that I like stuff, just don't even know if I like it. Like I see something, I'm like, oh, I think that's cool, but then it's like canceled out by something uncool like 2 minutes later.
Well, that's like I completely missed most of the Thatcher Matt Riddle match because I'm so used to match with no crowd. I wasn't even really watching. It was like half watching, half playing video games on my phone. And then like I watched like the next day they were talking how it was like one of the best matches of the entire like no crowd era they're calling or whatever the new era wrestler and calling it now.
Yeah.
There's a name for it. There's a name for the era of no audience.
Yeah, I call it the shit wrestling era.
It's the awkward wrestling period.
Awkward silence wrestling. Every match, you should just have that belt that Matt Flowers bought that keeps you like an inch away from your friend. Every match should be that.
The hug thing.
Till one breaks down.
Was that awkward hug game that we played for Rassle Bell Rock one year, right?
Yeah.
That thing was creepy. Just creepy.
Yeah, as you could see how like bad Nick Burke was real weirded about it.
His anxiety was in high gear. It was amazing. You can check that video out on my YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen.
Tiny URL /YouTube Rick Connor.
Close.
Well, I know I was close.
tinyurl.com/YouTube Rick Connor.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
All right. You ready?
All right. Let's give it a 3 count. 3,
count it down, guys.
2, 1, play. Time for the best fight scene in any movie.
Yo. 1 week's pay. Best I could do.
It's a super shot right into the box.
Yeah, perfect. I wonder if that took many takes to get it right into the box.
Make sure his body's okay.
Look, you crazy mother.
Instead of just putting the glasses on.
Either you put on this.
Where do you find
Party in that trash can.
He's got like a purple sweatshirt.
Yeah.
He's still got his lavender like tank top underneath it. You can see it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the denim vest anymore. What a combo.
It's the Dirty D's Tin Boot Wrestling League.
Rick, did you ever tell Mark about how we did the spoof of this?
We tried to do the spoof of it. It was very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very difficult.
We tried to do this entire fight scene shot for shot, but instead of putting sunglasses on, I was trying to get him to try Diet Dr. Pepper, saying that it tasted just like regular Dr. Pepper. Dirty motherfucker.
We couldn't do it without laughing every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It was hard to not laugh.
That upward headbutt would never work in any reality.
No, it would just hurt you.
It would have been easier if he just stood up normally and accidentally smacked him in the face.
Like if he would have come up with a Hadouken. Oh, knee to the nose. Notice he's dirtier from this scene than from being in the dumpster, like being inside the garbage truck.
Dirtier than falling down a hill and then laying underneath somebody's house.
Right. There's a picture perfect headlock though.
Yeah.
He tries to grab his head and pulls it. Oh, nice belly to back.
Just bites him.
That's a real street fight, though.
Yeah. It's a great salve.
Thumb to the eye.
Too.
Oh.
Knee to the groin. Knee to the groin.
You want to stop a fight quick, man. That for real. Just kneeing a dude like that. I'll stop a fight real quick.
Yeah. It didn't though.
No, he didn't sell a nut stick to the back of the head. Do you think he's gonna sell nut shot?
These guys are friends. And he's swinging a 2x4. I'm just gonna look at sunglasses.
Did they ever establish that was his car? Like, why did he?
No, they.
I remember when this movie came out, they're like, this is the most realistic street fight ever. I'm like, you watch it back now, you're like, what? This is almost as bad as when James Caan has to do with this trash can in The Godfather and misses him completely.
Forget you.
Forget you. But Piper's captor is married. He's wearing a wedding band.
Yeah.
So that's something.
Wonder if that's just his and he just left it on.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it is a weird thing. Like he is married and they never talk about him having a wife or like you said, it's kind of interesting that they gave him a whole backstory.
Suplex!
Gut wrench suplex, man.
Flickity.
One of the real suplexes. You can gut wrench someone or hurt him bad.
Yeah.
All he's gonna do is try on the sunglasses. Now they both have concussions.
It's a drone.
Still gripped up on him, even though like, now he's realizing stuff. What's he gonna do? Take the glasses off?
Brother, life's a bitch. And she's back knee.
They're gonna walk through the city dirty as hell and just bleeding everywhere. He's got teeth marks on his hand.
It's like what's really funny is like they were fighting over one pair of sunglasses and now there's two pairs of sunglasses.
Dude, Bobby Elvis had long beard and long hair all his career. That dude sitting on the couch is Bobby Elvis from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's also
I missed him. I didn't see it. Was he just like a background extra in this movie?
Yeah, he's in 30 Days a Night also. Yeah,
That's
he's just
right,
sitting
yeah.
on the couch. When they walked into whatever that is, a no-tell motel or whatever this apartment complex is,
Yeah, I missed.
he was just sitting on the couch. What the hell? What is his name?
I have no idea. There's no reason for that line.
What did you say?
Ain't love grand? Why?
Mark Boone Jr. is his name.
Yes.
Let's see.
The crow flies straight, a perfect line.
I'm telling you, that's him. Because he's in Vampires. John Carpenter tends to
Use the same people.
recast people. Trying to see if it shows that he has a credit in the movie or not.
Look, he's taking a bath into the sink.
I've done that.
Get the master plan. Why don't you let me know, huh? That's some good acting from Roddy Piper.
I love how they still keep Piper doing that. Huh? So do have to yell something.
Some kind of hotel room that doesn't have a shower, I guess. He was just washing himself off the sink.
Well, that's what Mark said. It was a no-tell motel.
Yeah.
It's one of them pay-by-the-hour places.
I would like a shower in my no-tell motel. Clean the hooker off me.
No, the sink's right in the bedroom. Look, it's right next to the bed.
That's crazy.
At least you can brush your teeth. You just can't shower there. And here comes the serious conversation.
Yeah.
You know, I was stuck in snow once with Kurt Russell. We didn't know which one was the monster. Which you found out in the end, it was Keith David, if you actually look up the facts. Because when they're having scene, Kurt Russell is breathing, you know, you breathe in the cold, and you get that little fog that comes out like from the moisture. If you watch Keith David talk, that doesn't happen the whole time he's talking.
Huh.
That's what he says, he's the monster. John Carpenter facts, kids. He's a goddamn artist. Keep playing with all my foam rollers here. I had to pop a knot out on my shoulder. I had to break out all the foam rollers. Dude.
Bow, bow, bow.
It's like the only music in the entire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and we have like 3 songs in this whole movie. This is the main one. Wait, he's not wearing purple in this.
Well, you maybe have the purple undershirt.
Dude, who sticks a sweatshirt in her, tucks a sweatshirt in her jeans? I'm gonna do that. I'm doing that from now on.
It was a different time.
I'm tucking my sweatshirt in my pants from now on. The Resistance. They just met the Resistance.
Glory greatest. Rise up and resist. We're gonna phone that in.
Damn it, man. Got that agita from breakfast. I don't know. Chex and tequila go together well.
Yeah.
I'm not driving anywhere there.
Yeah, I think we're all staying inside.
I got chicken.
If you replace the milk If you replace the milk in the Chex with tequila, that might not go as well together.
Look at him with that little snub nose 38. Oh my God. I don't even think they make that gun anymore. That's some crazy stuff if you're really looking at the advancement of weapons from like 1988 to now. They're carrying a little mini revolver like that. If they redid the movie now, they'd be carrying like some kind of giant like AR-15 or something.
Frank. Are they giving the sunglasses to the lady?
Yeah. They're trading
contact
contacts,
lenses.
Yeah.
I forgot about the contact lenses. What a cool advancement.
Tell me though, they ain't smart. Like now they know you're not wearing the glasses. You know, contacts suck.
Yeah, well, some people are forced to wear them every day. Like me.
I'd rather look like a nerd and just do this. So for these, no matter how many times I clean them, they will not. These things are just done.
Yeah, I have glasses, but I don't like wearing them.
I only need them for driving, so I don't really care.
It's like
I'll wear them.
my least favorite. My glasses, no matter like what, they feel like they always get really loose. So it feels like while I'm taking a pee, I'm gonna lose them right in the toilet every time.
All I know is I'm gonna slick my hair back like that and wear a members only jacket like that.
Yeah,
That's not even members only, is it?
You could that could be a good Halloween costume for you.
Oh, dude, I have a tan members only jacket on my hook that one of my guests from my show left. It was one of the last shows I did for the uneducated. He never came back for it. It's dirty as shit. So I'm thinking about like soaking it in for about like 3 days straight in my sink and then washing it to get all the filth out of it. And I'm gonna wear a tan I'm gonna wear a tan members only jacket.
Sounds legit, dude. You put it on right.
There's an arsenal for you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, look at that. Members only, baby.
Nice.
I like it, dude.
Wow.
Wear these around it.
It kind of looks like it's a little big for you.
No, he's a fatty. It's Kieran. You guys have met Kieran before.
Yeah.
He's got a set of headphones in there. This has literally been sitting in my house for. Oh wait, there's money in it. That's mine.
Watch him be like, "Hey, I didn't know I left my jacket over there," and then he's like, "Oh, I watched your live stream where you're watching They Live. You were wearing my jacket, you damn piece of shit."
I'm actually thinking about getting one of these of a different color. It's not that. It's just like bulky in like the chest area for some weird reason.
They have them at Burlington.
Do they have? They're still selling them?
Yeah.
Yeah, they made a comeback with all the. There's a couple shows that are like based in the '80s, and they started like because they were using replicas or older vintage ones. Members only made a comeback. If you watch, there's a show called Snowfall on FX.
Yeah.
Really good. It's about the crack boom in Los Angeles. Really good show. Everybody's wearing members only jackets in that show.
Well, at like Burlington Coat Factory or the Burlington, it's just called Burlington now. They have some members only jackets. I was gonna get one. I like tried a bunch of them on, and I was just like, yeah, it just doesn't fit me right.
Yeah,
I
man.
couldn't find the right size.
He's got some ring around the collar I gotta clean, and yeah, just gotta soak it in woolite for like a couple days and then run it through an actual washer and then hang it up. It's mine.
Claimed it.
Dude, like it's been over a year. You think about when's the last actual real uneducated show I did? Around this month? Last year, May?
Probably.
I think, and we were doing them sporadically. We were like 2 and 3 weeks in between because Ed was so off back then. So, yeah, this thing's been sitting in my house probably since February of last year. I'm sorry, this chick's eyes are so cool.
It's like unnaturally blue. It's so weird.
Right. You know who else had eyes that were that blue? Chris Benoit.
Okay.
You saw what he did, kids.
Went and killed folks. This is ghetto Holocaust going on.
That's what you get for drawing your weapon so slow.
Well, that's an old like when you're trained in wrestling and the feed, you come in, you know you're feeding in for something when you come in this way, you know you're getting hit. It's just like a part of if you're coming in this way, that's keeping your belly open for someone to hit you in the midsection. That's like a part of selling and part of learning to feed.
Well, it's just funny because you know that's like such a Hollywood thing. Because when you draw a weapon, you come from your midsection up and draw this way. You never come down because then your arms and your shoulders are extended and they're not bracing the impact of the weapon. So you come up this way. Lessons from an ex-military guy.
This is like this part is like such a video game scene.
They just showed the dude from Die Hard, the Asian guy, dies and everything.
He's
like holding with the mustache. He eats the Snickers bar or whatever in Die Hard.
Yeah.
They just showed him for a second. He's in big trouble.
That guy who just got shot, who was on the roof, was like he like sold it.
Guy's in big trouble in Little China. That's all. You just grab an HK and fire like half ass from your arm like that with a weird. It's not a silencer. That's a.
They're killing everybody.
It's a ventilator you put on a 9mm semi-automatic rifle. It's an MP5. That's a new one. I mean, an old one. But... He's got 100 watches I can listen in. How do you like they figured out their technology already? They have drones that cloak themselves and fly through the sky, and you can figure out how to use their watches.
Opens up a portal to another dimension. What the hell?
It's like, dude, Rick and Morty could do such a cool ass They Live like episode.
Yeah.
Dude, he just
because they already do this.
He just straight up did the epitome of what's called spray and pray. He just grabbed the weapon and went like this, and it jumped out a hole. That's called spray and pray. All right, now he's got a 45 Marksman edition. What's the other guy got?
Is that similar to the pull and pray method? Because I've heard of that.
That one I know about.
Is that what you're doing down the shore? Look at Cory.
Dude, he's got a PKE meter from Ghostbusters.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah, that's a 45 Marksman edition. There. Oh, my God, it is.
Got to meet the A-team.
actually just downloaded it because I'm bored and it's for sale. I got the $12. Got the Ghostbusters game from PlayStation 3,
Oh, nice.
which was supposed to be Ghostbusters 3. I'm glad they didn't make it. It would have been as awful as the second Ghostbusters.
Oh no! Stop it.
Weren't they supposed to make a new one with like all the originals? Well, I mean, of course, without Egon, but everybody else.
They are coming out with another
one. It's pushed back to like April or May of next year now.
Yeah.
The little girl in the movie is actually Egon's granddaughter. Dude, I'm really excited for this.
It looks really good.
The whole thing is like the video game was based on like Shandor set up this conduit underneath Manhattan, like this weird map where it would like focal point ghosts into it and make one guardian more more powerful in each like hub, and they had to go from hub to hub. And then a magical island appears in like the Hudson River that Shandor built an entire castle. Like it's really strange and not really well done.
I mean, it works for a video game.
It was written by it works for a video game, but it was never been a good movie.
No.
It was written by Hal Ramis and
Dan Aykroyd.
and why am I blanking?
Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
It was actually written by those two, and that was supposed to be the third Ghostbusters script.
Yeah.
I'm glad they never made the movie.
Well, they're always.
Well, like
around.
Dan Aykroyd's like a weird, like UFO, like real conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at the original script of Ghostbusters, they were supposed to be basically like aliens.
Yeah.
With all kinds of weird stuff in there.
Yeah, wasn't him and wasn't it Aykroyd and Belushi that wrote the first one? The original script?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, is this the homeless dude?
Yeah. That's Buck.
So he was a spy.
Yeah, he was a spy.
So this is like straight up. Any of you guys ever seen V? The old '80s show V?
Yeah.
I never saw it, but a friend of mine had me watch like a trailer for the show, and he's like, "Well, let's sit and watch it." And I was like, "Yeah,
I think they remade that. Right?
I will, but just not with you. Not
V
right now."
was very, very dark and really well done. But they had alien sympathizers like this, where like a lot of Americans sold out everybody else to be like, I don't know, I guess to have special treatment.
One big airport. Just explain that away.
It works like one big airport. That's one mega mullet that Roddy Piper has there.
That's not a mullet. That's straight up like feathered hair.
Yeah.
That's like a lady who works at a diner's hair.
That's like Heather Locklear hair right there, man.
80s ladies.
A couple M16A1s. That's what I trained on in the military. We didn't even get A2s when we went to basic training. We got A1s from 1968.
That just looks like 80s computer technology.
Yeah.
But they have like a spaceport that you can instantly travel to any world. What the hell?
The sad part was that's exactly what equipment looked like in '88.
Yeah.
Like computer equipment, like the bad CRTs and all that stuff. Yeah.
It's funny because the guy was just like, pretty fancy, huh? Huh? Pretty fancy. Well, in 1988, Earth technology, sure. I gotta admit, this movie's way smarter than
that it came out. You know, I haven't seen this movie in easily 15 years or so.
So the cable news, is being filmed in space.
It's a very, their eyes are
I'm
weird.
sweating.
They look like, their eyes are weird. Though. They look like the star you put on the top of a Christmas tree.
Starry eyes.
Just business.
It's business. That's all it is.
Not on my watch.
So you just tell me when to pause it, and then we're gonna take a little break. And
Yeah.
Rick will
we're
give
gonna do the end.
for when to pause it.
All right, let's see. We're at might as well be on the winning team. How's that? Is that a good place to stop?
What's the threat? We all sell out every day. We might as well be on the winning team. Pause.
Right when he disappears.
Ah, damn it. Okay. I'm going to keep
What?
going here.
Say
for a
that
second.
about-
Right when he disappears is where we're going to pause it. Boom. There we go.
It was perfect timing too, because some
See you, boys.
dude decided to rev his motorcycle right outside my house.
All right, taking one last break. We should be able to wrap the rest of this up in this next one, this next section.
Let's say we only got 10 minutes left in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, folks, taking that break. Be right back.
All right, folks.
All right, folks. By now you know how it works. Gotta drop the display capture. And it's all black. Yeah, one of these days we're gonna upgrade to the new Zoom. Well, Mark was talking about a new way to do it. Google's coming out with something new. Google Meet. Give that a shot. I'm assuming it's MEAT, and they just ship meat to your house and you eat it live on the air. That's what it is, right? It's a terrible joke. If anybody laughed at that, you should be ashamed of yourself. It's not funny. I'm not a funny person. I used to be funny. And then I got old, so you know how it is. Getting old. No, you don't. You probably don't. If you're watching They Live With Me, yeah, you're probably pretty old. Or you're just into old movies. Or you're into Roddy Piper like I am. Okay. And that work? Yeah, we're back up. Give me this guy. Hello. Hello. Disable waiting room. Close that out. Oh, my. We still live over here? Close that out. Yeah, we're still going there. Audio still sounds good. Look at my dumb beard. Decided to grow this beard out while I'm losing weight as an incentive because I hate this beard so much. I'm not shaving it until I get to a certain weight. So, let's hear it for incentives, I guess. Let's see. Can I put anything good into chat? It doesn't matter. Nobody's watching. Well, there's 3 people watching right now. It's probably me, Cory, and Mark watching it on the live stream. Yeah, man. You enjoying it so far? Should we do this again? I think we should do this again. I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. We do this with Predator or Running Man. Running Man would be sweet. I haven't seen Running Man in a long time. Arnold Schwarzenegger movie from the 80s. That'd be fun. I would do this with No Holds Barred or Suburban Commando or something like that. Guardians of the Galaxy. It's technically a movie with a wrestler in it. not technically, it is a movie with a wrestler in it. Batista kicks ass as Drax. That'd be a fun one to watch. Where the hell is everybody? I don't know. I'm waiting for everybody to get back here. What's going on, chat? Drop some F's in the chat for Guardians of the Galaxy. Still don't know what that means. So I hear people say that on live stream. Throw some F's in the chat. Alright, I'm not looking as bald today, so that's awesome. Totally losing my hair. It sucks. So yeah, man. After this, we'll throw up another Twitter poll. See what everybody wants to watch. Hey, Corey's back. Where's Mark?
I don't know.
This is the first time
I haven't talked
Mark
to him
here. There he is. Yo, man, you're slipping. Corey beat you into the thing. Alright, shall we get back here? Everybody here and everybody okay?
Yeah.
Is it secret? Is it safe?
Secret, is it safe? Alright. Alright, we're going to unpause. Everybody ready to unpause? Alright, 3, 2,
Countdown.
1, play.
Oh, it actually went to it this time.
Nice.
They're just blowing it up.
They could have easily kicked that door in or something. Why did they use a grenade? Totally inconspicuous.
There's just a lot unnecessary in the end here. Whoever taught him how to hold an M16 is hysterical too. You never reach over this way and hold the handle.
Now what? He's gonna go to one office and he's gonna go, "Thanks for the candy."
That pregnant woman was way too calm. Hey, I don't know. Never heard of this Holly person. How else can I help you today?
Hey, Thompson. Someone please tell me how to get to the roof, please. Thank you. Well, there's got to be more than one way to get up there.
We're in the stairwell. How do we get up from here?
Now what?
I love all the soldiers wearing
Like snow camo.
Yeah.
They're
It's actually
blending in with
night
the white
camo.
walls of the office.
It's actually city or night camo, but that stuff is a joke.
The bushwhackers.
There you go. There's a twist for you. The Bushwhackers were just alien military.
I know they're all wearing oh my god, that PKE mirror. But like they're all wearing like, I'm waiting for somebody to do a Dudley Death Drop in the middle of like.
It's funny that this movie was ahead of the trend. Like that camo became so popular in the 90s.
Oh yeah, man.
Like the No Limit Soldiers and such. She just stood there real calm, waiting for them to walk up and grab her arm.
She's totally fine with everything that's happening. Oh man.
Come on.
It's just funny. He's known this girl for like literally like 3.5 minutes, and he's
Yeah.
like trying to save.
He's not pissed about her knocking him out the window.
I know.
What twist?
Oh,
She just killed him.
Not
to me,
King
like you
David.
went back to save a chick to throw him out the window, and she kills his only friend.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. She just happens to work for this station? Bum, bum, bum.
Are you? You. Slowly turn, and then drop one right in her. You're already dead. That's the whole thing I like any movie or TV show I've ever seen. If you're already dead, like, just take as many people with you as you can.
Speaking like a real school shooter. Thanks, Mark.
All right. As many as you can. With your 22 pistol.
No, sell those bullets.
He didn't know who shot him for a second.
He's like, nope. Nope. I'm invincible. Middle finger.
So America.
You look like shit.
Oh, you look like.
No independent thought.
George Romero and John Carpenter.
Boobies.
All this entire movie, and then they had to throw this in there.
Yeah, so I'm a little confused about Meg Foster's character and all this because she was Did she know about this when he picked her up, like when he kidnapped her in the beginning of the movie?
Yeah, she knew.
She knew.
She was never a good guy, not once for a minute. Like
that's the whole thing. That's the hardest part. Is she was never a good guy from the beginning. She like threw like weak formed him through a window.
Yeah. The hell. I don't know.
Pregnancy.
Yeah, nothing about her screamed good guy.
No.
So if you want to watch,
there we go.
You know, a fun debut of Roddy Piper in 1988. This is actually a pretty damn good movie.
It is.
Very good.
Honestly, I think this movie holds up.
It does.
It's a little rushed in parts, but I enjoy it.
I mean, parts of it are
I
cheesy. Like, we pointed out the weird parts. But yeah, I think a kid would, not a kid, but I mean, somebody like a teenager or a 20-year-old, somebody watching this for the first time, I think they would enjoy it. I would recommend it.
I don't know, man. Like Philly played this movie for a bunch of her friends. Like, you see, man, Reagan, trickle down economics. Why we're in the position we are.
We all sell out every day, man.
Man. You have a liberal art degree. I can't get a job with it, man. It's all because of Reagan.
It's all Reagan. It's all Reagan's fault from the very beginning.
Now we got this stimulus check. We got these Trump bucks.
Yeah, man.
Trump bucks. I wish they just hand you like a fake dollar bill that's a Trump bucks on it.
So what are we doing next time? How comes to Frogtown?
I think we're gonna put another poll up and see what the poll tells us, huh?
I'm
Yeah, I know.
gonna throw it in the hat. The rundown needs to be on the next poll.
The rundown,
Yeah.
definitely.
Rundown, I'd say the rundown, at least the Batista movie.
At least a Batista.
At least that.
But I don't know. If we put, I think we put Guardians in there, we're screwed.
Yeah. Guardians getting picked no matter what. There's no way.
So,
But I think we should definitely pick something. No matter what we pick, we got to pick something that's streaming somewhere so everyone knows where to go to watch it too.
if we do that, I would do Spectre,
The James Bond
Batista,
movie.
the James Bond film, because you can get that pretty easily. Yeah, we need movies that. What has John Cena done lately that's terrible and that we can stream?
Trainwreck?
I never saw Trainwreck.
Blockers was
You know,
one.
dude, Blockers was really good.
That was pretty
I heard I haven't seen Blockers either. I heard that one's actually really good.
good.
Yeah.
I'm good with Blockers. I'm good with that one. Or Trainwreck. I've never seen either one of those. He also did a movie with Amy Poehler or whatever where he plays a drug dealer. Is that only like a really quick scene?
Yeah, it's just a bit part. Same
Yeah.
as Trainwreck. It's like only a minute or two. You're not
He's
in
good
for
in it
very
though.
long.
He's pretty good in it.
Yeah.
All right. So if we're gonna do Cena, we'll go with Blockers or Trainwreck.
Probably
The Rock. I would definitely stay away from the Jumanji movies
Yeah.
because it's
I didn't see the last Transformers movie that Cena did.
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
Yeah.
That's streaming on Amazon Prime right now, if I'm right.
Yeah, that's where I saw it. It was good. It's good if you're a fan of the cartoon, like from the '80s. But if your only exposure to Transformers is the movies prior to that, like all the Shia LaBeouf stuff and Megan Fox and all that, then it kind of goes out of sequence with that. A lot of people were like, "That's not what Optimus Prime looks like," and I'm like, "Yes, it is, jackass."
There's only one Shia LaBeouf movie you should watch and nothing else, and that's Fury.
What is it, Fury?
Yeah, Fury. I just rewatched Fury. I rewatched Fury for probably the 5th or 6th time. It's a great movie.
Fury's an excellent film.
Yeah.
John Barenthal's great in it as a psycho. You know, Brad Pitt's great in it. Is it Michael Pena's the other one? Is it
Michael Pena.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny, because when we did each other's shows, Mark, when you did my podcast and I did your podcast and we did like a simulcast,
Yeah.
we talked about war movies and what was really great. And I said The Patriot, and I meant to mention the Fury movie, but I didn't. But I had already seen it. Now I've probably seen it like 6 times. I lent it to my buddy Drew, who does streaming for video games, and I never got it back. So I should ask him for it. Dude, it's on so many things. Like you can stream it anywhere. Like DVDs are like an old dying medium, really.
See that. No, I just actually gave all my DVDs to Philly Ace Thrift. They whatever they sell the DVDs for goes through, for.
Did you say 300 to 300?
I was going to say
between
more,
300 and 300 DVDs.
I was going to say more than that, but it's probably around 300.
Right between the number 300 and 300. But I just watched his like autobiographical movie, Honey Boy, the Shia LaBeouf. That's on Prime. That's worth a watch. It's pretty good. I like it.
I'm just trying to think of I think we should throw in a Jesse Ventura movie. So either Predator or Running Man.
I'd say Running Man.
Running Man, yeah.
Running Man. Because I think Predator is one of those ones like if we put it in like hands down, everybody's gonna pick it.
Yeah.
I think the Condemned is probably just like It's like Running Man, and like Battle Royale.
Ish. Yeah.
No, I want a Steve Austin movie in there, and only the Condemned is the only one like we could kind of find to watch.
Well, he was in The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler, the remake of that movie.
Is he in a lot of that?
He's one of the guards
in that too.
He doesn't have like a real prominent thing. Yeah, Goldberg's in it.
I can acquire it.
And Austin says a hard R N-word in the movie.
Yeah.
What?
You never saw it?
No.
It's pretty good. Kevin Nash is amazing in it when he starts taking estrogen.
Yeah, he's so funny.
He's really funny. Yeah, I'd recommend that movie.
It's good.
Condemned?
Let's do the Condemned.
Condemned? All right.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's the next Twitter poll all laid out. I hope everybody enjoyed watching this. I enjoyed watching the movie with you guys. I had a good time.
I did. Like I said, I haven't seen the movie in like 15 years, so it was really cool revisiting this movie.
Yeah.
This has been a great way to spend the quarantine time, and if you guys want to give us your feedback on this, we absolutely appreciate it. And if you guys do the same thing with other movies, other wrestling movies, send a clip like a link our way, and we'll check them out too.
Yeah, I'm actually like, let's see what movie wins, and maybe I'll try talking Ed into popping on and doing one of these.
That'd be cool.
Even if he only does it for like a half hour and jumps off.
Yeah.
he loves doing this stuff. Try to get some people on. Maybe we'll get a guest for the next one.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm definitely down for that.
But yeah, man, this is fun, dude. Like I said, I had this movie in a long time, so it was actually really cool revisiting it. I kind of miss Roddy Piper.
Yeah, very much.
And
Same.
it's actually a really neat movie to revisit, considering how the world is now. And this is 22 years ago. This
like Orwellian sort of times we're in right now.
And I've seen plenty of artwork done with Donald Trump as one of the aliens. I've seen plenty of those. Yeah.
Same.
So
that's what I was saying. Like,
funny.
I found a bunch of my Obey stuff.
Yeah.
And that's where it's all coming from.
Well, I used to have a T-shirt that was like the news people, and it said "Watch TV" on it. I got it on $6shirts.com.
$6shirts.com.
So, if you want to go buy one of those shirts, go for it. I don't know what happened to the shirt. I think I gave it to Ash.
All right, man. This has been great. I've had a great time, everybody. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Rassle Rock. This brand new thing that we're trying out.
Yay!
Right. Everybody.
Give everybody a thing to do. Love everybody that you love, and give them the support they deserve. And smile and peace.
Peace out.
Be fun. Have safe.
See you guys.
See y'all.
Oh.